gonna call him and tell him where to go. And now let's get things started. Andrew, let's get things started.
It's time to get things started.
On the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Keelerational. This is what we call the Keeler Show.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Explaining, and I think I wrote something about it, how I hated Labor Day just because it is like the unofficial just end of summer. You're going to pull that mic up close to you? Get that right up there.
Here we go.
It's Mark Butler is in this morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Well, good morning to you, Bill.
You know, everything ends, but there is a beginning. A big week this week with the Buffalo Bills and the NFL getting started.
Yeah.
I'll check with Davey here in a second. I think we have all the games. Not all the games, but you know.
Well, the Bills have kind of a funky schedule. There are a lot of night games, the afternoon games, Monday nights.
The days of not being relevant and playing at 1 p.m. on Sunday.
It's rare.
It is very rare this year. So we'll get into that. Syracuse, just, oh boy. Well, I think Tennessee was a lot better than anybody really thought. Or is Syracuse just that bad? Davey, what is it? Do you? I don't think there are some changes they've got to make. And of course, they're playing UConn this week, and that is not a. That's just not a. Check that box. We're look past UConn and Colgate.
Yeah.
That UConn game could be trouble.
Yeah, I talked to a couple people over the weekend, and I said Syracuse could be 2-1 by the time they go to Clemson, and they said, well,
yeah, they could be.
They could be 1-2,
and that's assuming they're beating Colgate.
Well, they'll beat Colgate. We'll talk about.
I
it in a
expect
few minutes.
that. Yeah, you were at the game on Friday night.
Syracuse defense, they got to learn to tackle.
Yeah.
And it was a train wreck. The beginning, as I text you, are you watching this train
terrible.
wreck?
Yeah. I watched the whole thing. It just went.
Yeah. The offense was okay. Do you think the running game was okay?
I did, and I think they used a really good. I think the play calling was really good. They used the pass and the run, and I like this quarterback.
They bought a good quarterback.
Yeah.
The offensive line is a little shaky. He got sacked 5 times.
Well, the line was a huge problem,
right.
But they did seem to settle in. However, at one point, Tennessee was playing their second string.
Right.
So that you have to consider as well. And the other, but I got to say that I think I was saying to my son, I'm really surprised. I mean, as bad as Syracuse played in the first half, we're still, we're a touchdown to 2 touchdowns away. We're in this game.
Right.
But they just couldn't. Any gains made by the offense completely destroyed by the defense. Their pass defense was horrible.
And like you said a couple seconds ago, Connecticut always plays Syracuse tight.
Yeah.
And it's the kickoff game, high noon on Saturday. I will be in attendance.
Okay.
There.
You're going to be there.
Yes.
I know there are tickets still left. Heard that in the news this morning. We'll have to speak with Cully this week, who's a big, he played for UConn, so he's a big UConn lover. Yesterday, boy, I got to tell you something. I realized that you were, there was a lot of making fun of Juan Soto, and do you realize that he is in the running for? I don't expect that he'll get it because of Ohtani and. But I mean, he's
from the Phillies.
He's in the top 5 when it comes to MVP going into September here. I mean, he has turned it around had a grand slam home run last night and has just been red hot in the last month.
Yep.
You have to admit it.
I do have to admit it.
Okay, good.
But the other team in New York is also hot. So.
Yeah.
The
7 in a row.
The Yankees have been this. I feel like the Mets can make it to the playoffs. I don't know how far they can go with this current pitching staff.
Well,
the Yankees are right in it. I just think that the thought of the Mets making it to a Subway Series, I don't have faith for that.
Here's the next.
Maybe the Yankees will be there, but I don't know that the Mets will be.
Here's the next three games for the Yankees: Astros, and the Blue Jays, and then Detroit,
the Red Sox.
Well, tough schedule, but a schedule that they can pick up some ground.
Yep.
So. That, of
and then
course,
the Bills on Sunday.
Over the weekend. And this week we begin with NFL action. A lot of that you'll hear here on WIBX.
Yep. Thursday night is the official kickoff with Eagles and Dallas. And then we have the game in Brazil on Friday with the Chiefs and the Chargers. And then Sunday night, the Bills and the Ravens. And then on Monday...
And Monday Night Football.
I mean, the Vikings and the Bears.
So it all gets underway.
All season long, from Thursday until the Super Bowl.
Right.
Every playoff game, every international game, and
every game.
We'll throw in a couple college games.
Mark Butler, we've got it all.
I know.
We have it all.
Well, I don't know much about football because I'm a Bills fan. But
yeah, that's it. Are you one of those? You're a football fan, but you're mostly a Bills fan.
That's correct.
You don't? Do you sit and watch every game that's on?
I really don't know the fine points of the game.
Fair enough. I'm not sure that I do either. Yeah. I'm a big Bills fan.
Could we just talk Colgate for a few seconds?
We can. You were there Friday night. What happened? I mean, they got off to a good start.
Yeah, Monmouth is number 22 in the poll, and Colgate had a 31-7 lead coming into the third quarter.
But they could not hold on to that.
A juggernaut of Monmouth changed in the second half and scored 35 unanswered points, and Colgate ended up losing 42-39. I'll tell you something. Coach Fitzpatrick down there has got a pretty good offense. The wide receiver had over 220 yards, and he's one of the candidates for the FBS Walter Payton Award, as he mentioned in an interview with us.
Yeah.
This wide receiver, Syracuse is going to have a hard time in 2 weeks, next week, with this receiver. They're going to have to double or triple team this guy because
he's that good.
Monmouth put two guys on him, and he got wide open. The crowd was, let me tell you something, the crowd was good. To see a Friday night game under the lights down at Andy Kerr Stadium, it was awesome.
All right, Davey, really cool. They're going to be fun to watch this year.
Sure are.
Let's see what else. I have a whole bunch to get to today after the weekend, the long weekend. How about this weather? It's just beautiful. We're going to be back to 80 degrees today, and it's going to be beautiful. But isn't it interesting how the minute the calendar began creeping into Labor Day weekend, the overnight temperatures are like in the 40s. It's perfect sleeping weather right now.
And I see the leaves starting to turn.
Already,
This is my favorite time of year.
Okay. It's Mr. And Newport is beautiful along the West Canada during the fall. So, okay, so we have all that to get to this morning. Dr. Fleischer is from the urology group at MVHS. Want to talk about their annual free prostate cancer screening and their kickoff for the month. This is really extremely important to be screened. It's really easy to do. It's simple blood test, and we'll speak with the doctor coming up later on this morning, and a whole bunch more to get to here this morning, including Hope Micah's free money question of the day, Davey, which this morning will start off the new fall season with, what are you looking at?
$100.
$150. Love it.
Okay.
Love it. Well, it's Tuesday. So we'll give you that chance at $150 later on this morning. We'll do that about 7:35 here on WIBX. What else did I want to hit on? Just my hatred of Labor Day, just because it ends everything. It ends. Everybody goes back to school. We get back into the grind, and you know that most people really don't have any holidays or any time off until like Thanksgiving, and then before you know it, we'll be dealing with Christmas.
Mrs. Butler has the wrong idea of Labor Day. She thought that meant I had to work twice as hard. So
twice
she had
as
me
hard.
out in the yard and up on a ladder and raking off the roof.
I think
there wasn't even any snow. It was just practice.
There were practice for it. I think there were a lot of people doing projects, kind of wrapping everything up this week, and hopefully being able to enjoy a little bit of the weather. All right, quick break. We'll do an update on news, and then much to get to. Hold tight. It's Tuesday. One thing we do want to remind you of: in some areas, kids are going back to school as early as today, but I think it's Utica. I think Utica goes to school today. So be aware out there. That means buses will be out there. It means kids are going to be walking and the crosswalks and all of that. Just have an eye out. Let's make sure we keep everybody safe out there here on this first day of school, and that continues through the week. Everybody else, I think, goes to school on Thursday. Your wife's in education. They all go back today. So here we go.
All right. Well, you look at the statistics, and I'm amazed at how many people just ignore don't pass a stop school bus.
When the school bus is stopped and the lights are, even when the lights go yellow, you got to hit your brakes.
Yes.
You got to.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of people, unfortunately, they see that yellow, they hit the gas instead. But at some point every year, there's always a story. And Sheriff Mashel was talking about this just the other day. There's always a story of somebody whipping through and a kid just being saved at the nick of time by an amazing school bus driver. I remember, I believe that happened here, and it was caught on video maybe 10 years ago. And it was a viral video that went nationwide because it was such a close call. The person passed on the right side. One of the worst things you can do. So be aware of all of that, because if you get caught, it's a pretty severe ticket.
It should be.
Hold tight. 6:33 at WIBX.
Here's the latest from the WIBX newsroom. I'm Doug Callum. A Verona man was arrested over the weekend on Saturday after police say he pointed a long gun at a woman and choked her until he lost consciousness during a domestic incident, according to police. Police say 3 children were present at the time. According to the Nassau County Sheriff's Office, Andrew J. Helmer was charged with possession of a weapon in the 3rd degree, strangulation 2nd, and 3 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. As school gets set for opening this Thursday, the New Hartford superintendent says he's assuring families with students at Perry Junior High that renovations will be complete and the building will be safe for students to return. Teachers and staff report today. Crews have been working round the clock to complete the construction, which includes the HVAC system. Superintendent Joe DePeace released a statement to parents on Friday. School begins Thursday for students. Local drivers will be handing over more hard-earned money when it comes to their gas tanks. AAA says the average cost for a gallon of regular fuel in the region is $3.13. That's up 4 cents in the past week, and also is a 3-cent rise from this time 1 month ago. Currently, the state average for gas is $3.17 a gallon, while nationally it's $3.19. State police are investigating an accident in the town of Danube near Little Falls when a pickup truck collided with an Amish buggy. Troopers say the accident happened at around 5:30 on Monday afternoon at the intersection of Routes 5S and Bellinger Road. No details on injuries available as of yet. A state fair employee arrested on Sunday by state police at Santillo's sausage food stand. Troopers say during closing time, an argument broke out between 2 employees. According to state police, during the incident, a suspect identified as Brandon J. Brown, a 25-year-old of York, Pennsylvania, was in possession of a culinary knife and struck the victim in the left cheek, causing injury. The victim was transported to Upstate Medical for treatment. Brown fled the scene, was later arrested and charged with assault in the 2nd degree and criminal possession of a weapon in the 3rd degree. That's the latest. I'm Doug Callan for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
A little bit of a curl to our north. Upper level low pressure should stay away. Maybe a few clouds this morning in the Adirondacks. Other than that, we're seeing just a few clouds with clear sky early. Sunny later. Very nice afternoon at 80 degrees. Enjoy it. Tonight, mainly clear. We'll drop back into the 50s. Naturally, North Country will be colder or cooler. Wednesday, sunshine 80. Next shower, thunder shower chance Thursday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajik, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Well, a clear sky out there, and it'll give way to plenty of sunshine today. We're going to have a really, really nice day. We start a little bit warmer than yesterday. 52 currently at WIBX.
Are your windows old and tired? Hard to put up and down? Builder's grade windows just aren't made to last very long. Patriot Home Solutions is a different kind of window company. No games or gimmicks, no long drawn-out sales presentations, just high-quality, custom-fit windows at reasonable prices made right here in New York. And right now, you can get up to $2,000 off new windows from Patriot and NYSERDA, plus 0% interest for 18 months. Most homeowners qualify for the savings, and income is not one of the requirements. So write this number down, 315-401-0440. That's 401-0440. Patriot Home Solutions will tell you right over the phone if you qualify. Don't miss your chance to save up to $2,000 on new windows. Funds are limited, so call before they run out. Learn more at callpatriothomesolutions.com. That's callpatriothomesolutions.com.
Ugh, honey, what is this?
Well, you said you wanted a cocktail, but all of our bottles were pretty low. So I just mixed them all together with ice in the shaker, and voila! I call it the Desperado. What do you think?
Well, you nailed the name. It tastes like desperation in a glass.
No good?
Oh, honey, we need Breamers. Fast.
I really don't want to run out right now.
You don't have to. Anyone can get Breamers delivered right away with DoorDash or Instacart.
Even just one bottle?
Yep, but we live close enough and we want to stock up, so we can order direct at BremersWineandLiquor.com. Ooh, we can get free delivery with our first order on their mobile app.
So many delivery options. Talk about convenience, huh?
Bremer's Wine and Liquor, Commercial Drive, New Hartford. Delivering the biggest selection, the lowest prices, and the ultimate in convenience.
Okay, try this.
Now that's more like it. What do you call this one?
The Bremer's Breeze, because delivery from Bremer's makes it...
A breeze.
Yeah.
Nailed the name again.
Utica and the Mohawk Valley, everyone knows that Labor Day is probably one of the greatest times of the year to get a great deal on a mattress, and Mattress Express's Labor Day sale is on. Now, no one else in New York State has all these brands under one roof, and right now save up to $1,350 on names like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, Purple, Puffy, the Smart Bed by Instant Comfort, Posh & Lavish, Simmons Beauty Rest Black, Serta Eye Comfort, and Avocado. Take up to 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers. Bumps or bruises on your credit, we don't care. We've got no credit check payment plans. In Oneida, in the Glenwood Plaza by the movie theaters, in New Hartford on Commercial Drive next to Pet Supplies Plus. Take advantage of our guaranteed lowest price program. Bring in any locally advertised price on a mattress we carry. We'll beat it. See it advertised for less within 90 days after purchase. Bring it to our attention. We'll refund the difference. Go to mattressexpressny.com.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
No. Well, good morning. Davey, I got to say that today, hold on, I'm going to try something here. Bear with me, I'm going to try something. I hope I don't lose the story I was just working on. Butler, bear with me.
I'm with you. You want me to fill?
No, I think I'm going to be okay. Maybe not, though. Maybe not. Maybe I'm losing it. Where is he in here? Oh, I got it here. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try this, Davey, and see if it works. Here we go. Okay. All right. See if it works.
Turn the music down.
I don't want to turn the music down. Answer the phone.
Hello?
Hey, Davey, how are you?
Good. What's up?
I just thought I'd give you a call here on National Telephone Day.
Hey. Oh, good morning.
That's today. Did you know it?
No, have a good day.
Well, today
Bye.
is National...
Boy, that was a short
He hung
conversation.
right up on me.
Oh.
He just hung up on me. Today is telephone. I don't know if you know this. Telephone Tuesday. Davey, you hung right up on me. What the hell's wrong with you?
Sorry.
Telephone Tuesday, which is always the day after Labor Day, is known for more, I don't know if you knew this, more phone calls than usual. There is a clear spike in telephone calls to businesses and organizations. I think we draw there's a line. It's kind of like New Year. When you go back after the New Year, this is like that change of seasons, the change of, you sat there by the pool or on your porch thinking about what are you going to do to improve your business or your work or whatever it is that you do. And you get all these ideas in your head and you go at it Tuesday morning. Today
Exactly right.
is Tuesday morning. The high number of calls usually flood in partly due to the unmanned telephones during the long weekend. That's another reason for it. So oftentimes you want to talk to a person, but that person wasn't there to talk to over the weekend. So you're making your phone call today. Many schools also open after Labor Day weekend. Research shows that organized people attempt to tackle their to-do lists on this day. That's what we were talking about. And so inbound calls are rising today, believe it or not, by 50%. Yeah. There is audio on this thing, on this little story. I wonder what the audio is. Let's play it and see. Okay, apparently it's not going to play for me where I want it to play. But by listening to it, I got to say it was not worth playing. Trust me. Nonetheless, today is a very important day. So you should, I guess, replug this. Davey, you think? Maybe that'll do the trick. So make that phone call. Participate. Be a part of it all. Today. Yeah, none of this seems to want to work, Davey. I do not know why. This whole system is not working. There's a Roku TV here. There's a Roku TV. There's this. There's that. But I don't see anything else working properly. Okay. Nonetheless, happy day. Happy Telephone Tuesday.
When you have a moment, I have a gripe to share with you.
Okay.
I was looking on my internet, and there was an interesting story about Whoopi Goldberg taking a shot at Paul McCartney and saying he's old news and nobody wants to hear his stuff anymore. And then he went down a little bit further, and Piers Morgan, it was exactly the same story, just changed the names. And then there was a third one.
So no one wants to hear about
with the director from Trump. So the same story, the same words, the same complaint. And no, they just changed the names. It was the same story. You're old, you're outdated.
Who's they?
Piers Morgan, Whoopi Goldberg, and the PR person for Trump, the gal there.
Okay.
All three of them. Same story. They just changed the names.
All about old people?
About Paul McCartney, for God's sake.
All about Paul McCartney.
Yes, because...
What does the PR person for Trump have?
So you're talking about Caroline Leavitt, Mayor?
Yes. All three of them.
She's ripping on McCartney.
That says in the internet.
Piers Morgan is ripping on McCartney.
And Whoopi Goldberg.
And Whoopi Goldberg is ripping on McCartney.
That is a potpourri of personalities there.
Do you think it's possible that was AI generated and it's not real?
I think there's a very good chance of that. But every time I... get on the internet, the Bills have drafted some new superstar, and I get all excited, and then it doesn't turn out to be true. But who does those things, and why do they do them? I don't
know what
you
kind
can't
of
trust
confused.
anything you see on there.
So these are stories that you were reading on the web.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, there's an anti-McCartney story.
Yes.
And it's quoting that Piers Morgan is saying it.
Yes.
And then
it was first
Whoopi Goldberg.
And the other one there,
and
Trump. Yeah. All three, exact same story, just change the names. And the essence of the story is that when they all got done crabbing at him, he came back with a real strong retort. He wound up as a hero at the end of the story. but the same story and the same conclusion.
How did he end up as a hero?
Well, they knocked him. Well, you're just playing old memories, and then nobody wants to hear old memories anymore. And he said, well, memories are what we're made of.
Yeah.
And the studio, each time it says, and the studio went silent.
That's
it's
really
kind of
weird.
like when I come out with a Bond mode and
You're right,
no
and I
response.
steal it from you.
Yep.
Okay. That is really odd, and I wonder if that was just generated by some bot that that isn't even
But
real
why?
or human.
What's the
I don't
reason
know.
behind it?
I don't know.
Gee, I
Clicks.
make Whoopi
It may
Goldberg
be-
look
it-
bad.
it-
Jay, is it your idol?
Oh yes, that's right. My the comic legend. I don't know the reason that there would even what the reason would be other than clicks. So if they're trying to get clicks, I don't know, but I'm going to look into that. I want to see these stories. You've been seeing.
Look it up.
Yeah, I will.
Look it up.
I will.
And by the way, we're going to the Grand Canyon and then to Las Vegas and in Paul McCartney concert. In early October, so that may have something to do with it.
Okay, so you're going to be going to see McCartney.
Yes.
Oh, where are you going to see him?
In Las Vegas,
In Vegas.
Allegiant
That'll be cool.
Stadium.
That'll be really cool.
Yeah, that will be.
So
cool.
I got to say, he doesn't have the voice that he had, but he has a really. It's not like, when we went to see, and Davey was with me when we went to see the Beach Boys at the Turning Stone, and Mike Love. When you heard him, he sang a song on his own. I was like, wow, this is not good. That is not what happens with McCartney. McCartney can still sing.
Yeah.
He can still perform.
Like Frankie Valli.
He looks good. Well, that one's really bad. That's a real bad one. That they roll him out and say, just try to move your lips. We'll do everything else for you. If you just can move your lips, we're going to make a lot of money today. Just move those lips. And you see it. It's almost like watching a Godzilla movie from Japan. It's unbelievable. But McCartney's really good. And what I would say, if I were McCartney to respond, then you'll have to look at, just please refer to my ticket sales, because he's filling arenas.
He is.
And if that's their complaint, that nobody wants to see him anymore, these old memories, then they're wrong.
They are wrong.
Because he's filled the Dome several times. I want to say several, at least 2 or 3 times. You'll see him now in Vegas. You'll see this arena filled. They're all coming out to see Paul McCartney.
Yeah. Well,
apparently they want to see those memories.
He's legendary.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I got that book, John and Paul, a musical love story.
Yes.
And it's very interesting how events in their life generated their songs and what they were really saying.
And
It
even
really gets into that.
even the song by Paul McCartney, "Silly Love Songs," was a spat between him and and John Lennon. John Lennon criticized him and said, all Paul wants to do is silly love songs. I want to do things that are deep and meaningful.
Like sleep in a bag.
And the response was with Yoko, yes, naked. And the response was Paul McCartney's "Silly Love Songs," which was a big hit.
Yeah.
And a good song. And a pretty complex song when you that he played that really ate at him. So he was going in.
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw the story, and we're still working on it, in the town of Danube, where another Amish buggy was struck by, in this case, a pickup truck. And it's just, you got to be looking for these vehicles. I don't understand how you can't see them. If you have your headlights on, they have markers, some really...
But
you
go around the corner on a hill. It happened to me just a couple days ago.
All right.
And it's an interesting story because I got a call complaining when I was in the assembly, and I called Northern Safety, and they agreed to donate, those signs you can put on your back. And I went over and offered them. They turned them down.
They didn't want them.
Apparently, they think the colors are the representative of the devil.
Yeah. Devil colors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This morning, Stefan, Bill tried to get Utica University football coach Blaise Fagiano on. His first game is Saturday, and the 13th is the Believe Bowl under the lights. All right. Davey has it covered, Stefan. Thank you. Mike this morning, how about Micah Parsons has a back problem? traded to the
Packers.
Green Bay Packers. Mike says, I'll bet Andrew is going out of his mind. Is it justifiable, a justifiable excuse to judge if you pass a school bus because you were watching a TikTok video about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce? I'm assuming not.
That in itself should be a crime.
And he has one more. National Telephone Day is that day you call the zoo and ask for Mrs. Fox. Oh, wait, that's National Prank Day. And Lennon's song to attack Paul was the song How Do You Sleep?
Yes, that definitely was.
So, and you know, there are some brand new, there are 4 new documentaries that are coming out, or maybe they're, I think they're documentaries, but there's 4 of them. One on George, one on Ringo, one on John, and one on Paul. And they're all going to be released as time goes on, and that's going to be something to check out if you're a Beatles fan. On the line right now, Chief, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, my good friend. I wanted to tell you today is the first day of the brand new cell phone law at our school. I'm going to pull the rest of my hair out by the afternoon.
Right, so you're at in the Utica School District, right?
Yeah, the middle school, JFK.
Okay, and a chief is the chief. Trust me. So it's not going to be easy today, is it? That first day where parents are either strategizing on ways to get the kids to follow the rules, or strategizing on ways to sneak phones in, Chief.
It's bad enough you got to do the X-ray machine.
Yeah.
But everything goes through the scanner. But now they have a plastic bag with a tag on each side and the ID in the center, and they have to put their phone in it after they're scanned, which is ridiculous. We got 250 more students this year.
Wow.
I don't know how it's going to work.
So that's so they're using the bag system at Utica.
Yes.
And then
they put it every.
And then they can
put
come
them in a container.
Okay.
They lock them in a container. Yeah.
And then they can pick them up at the end of the day.
Yeah. Each kid has an individual tag. They go to their homeroom, sign.
Okay.
And everything's locked up in containers. Yeah.
Is it one lockup room, or does each homeroom have a place to lock up the phones?
Each homeroom has their own container.
Okay. Wow.
3 entrances. It's going to be a mess.
It's going to be rough. Yep.
So
All right. Will you do me a favor?
Really no hair.
Listen, you have. Listen, you're a young man, but you're old enough. You're old enough to have no hair, like me.
Hair is just an ornament.
And I got to say, you have a full head of hair. You are filled with hair. And if I see you tomorrow and you're balding, I'm going to know this was a bad day.
I'm 74 and still trying.
You're still a mover and a shaker. All right. Please let us know tomorrow how everything goes.
I will, buddy. Good talking
right,
to you.
Good luck. Good talking to you.
And they call this progress with these phones. Wait till the AI kicks in fully.
Well, I'm wondering the minute, what's going to happen when some phone gets misplaced. Or, I just think it's going to be interesting to see. And I know there are other schools that have already been doing it before this year. So, and according to reports, I think CVA has been doing it. Mm-hmm. And according to reports from there, they've done very, very well with it. All right, I'm going to do a quick break, and we're going to come right back with a bunch more here. I have audio to play, some pretty good audio stories from
Paul
the
McCartney
weekend.
songs?
Some of the dumbest things, including wonderful Paul McCartney material that Mark Butler is really fixated on. What's the date of that concert? Is it in October?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the 4th.
That is going to be a biggie. Stand by, quick break, come right back at WIBX.
Clearing out your home or commercial building, John's Cleanouts and Property Preservation will handle it for you. We handle residential or any size commercial property, before and after estate sale cleanouts or any junk removal service. John's Cleanouts and Property Preservation is a 5-star rated and background checked business, providing service you can count on, and we're fully insured in the industry. Call John's Cleanouts and Property Preservation today and take the stress out of your mess.
Are your windows old and tired? Hard to put up and down? Builder's grade windows just aren't made to last very long. Patriot Home Solutions is a different kind of window company. No games or gimmicks, no long drawn-out sales presentations, Just high-quality, custom-fit windows at reasonable prices made right here in New York. And right now, you can get up to $2,000 off new windows from Patriot and NYSERDA, plus 0% interest for 18 months. Most homeowners qualify for the savings, and income is not one of the requirements. So write this number down, 315-401-0440. That's 401-0440. Patriot Home Solutions will tell you right over the phone if you qualify. Don't miss your chance to save up to $2,000 on new windows. Funds are limited, so call before they run out. Learn more at callpatriothomesolutions.com. That's callpatriothomesolutions.com.
I don't serve for the recognition, I serve the flag. The red, white, and blue, that means everything to me. And when I fly it, I know it stands for something real. My name is Megan Terry, and I serve in the U.S. Army, which is why I choose Collins flags. Because every Collins American and military flag is made here in the USA, stitched with pride and built to last. And they support veterans like me, because they know what these flags really mean. So if you love our service members and our country like I do, fly a flag that honors them and supports American jobs. Visit collinsflags.com today. American made, proudly waved.
Utica and the Mohawk Valley, everyone knows that Labor Day is probably one of the greatest times of the year to get a great deal on a mattress, and Mattress Express's Labor Day sale is on. Now, no one else in New York State has all these brands under one roof, and right now, save up to $1,350 on names like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, Purple, Puffy, the Smart Bed by Instant Comfort, Posh & Lavish, Simmons Beauty Rest Black, Serta Eye Comfort, and Avocado. Take up to 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers. Bumps or bruises on your credit, we don't care. We've got no credit check payment plans. In Oneida, in the Glenwood Plaza by the movie theaters, in New Hartford on Commercial Drive next to Pet Supplies Plus. Take advantage of our guaranteed lowest price program. Bring in any locally advertised price on a mattress we carry. We'll beat it. See it advertised for less within 90 days after purchase. Bring it to our attention. We'll refund the difference. Go to mattressexpressny.com.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, a couple things. How about the story of the guy or the little boy that was walking on the monorail at Hershey Park on Saturday? Did you see a picture of this?
No, I
didn't. This little toddler, it was all over the news, in Pennsylvania at the Hershey Park. A toddler apparently went under a gate or a barrier of some sort. But listen, at the end of the day, those barriers have to be able to stop a kid, and if it doesn't, oh boy. Turns out, though, it all ended well because a man climbed up and actually saved the kid. Here's John Sampson talking about the rescue that occurred.
Kind of like the dad instincts kicked in, and then it was just trying to figure things out and how to get up there as fast as possible. Absolute relief, and even I could feel it in him, the relief, as soon as he got into my arms, and thank goodness he came straight into my arms, and it went nice and simply in that sense. Yeah. They reached out to me this morning, so we were able to talk, obviously a lot of thanks and everything.
Banks, I don't understand that. A lot of banks, we want to give you money. We saw what you did, here's money. I don't know what that meant. How about the story in Ohio? And this man, everybody's criticizing him, and I don't know why. For God's sakes, you're a true trooper if you're willing to go out and help someone, even if you're drunk. In Ohio, a police officer has been fired, can you believe it, after allegedly showing up to a call extremely drunk. Here's the couple that made the call about what they saw and how the former officer was acting. Here's audio.
It almost makes me feel sad for the village residents that are they really reliable to call on for future emergencies?
I think that if it was just a regular, everyday guy, we would be in jail right now waiting to see the judge on Tuesday.
He was just standing in the street staring at us, watching me talk on the phone.
He was noticeably intoxicated.
He appeared to be staggering and stumbling as he was walking up to us.
We called back to dispatch and expressed our concerns.
He was arresting the wrong people. Oh, boy. We got a very cool tight news is coming up next.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, celebrating 100 years.
We'll hear from President Trump this afternoon. And I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. What he'll announce in his Oval Office address, we don't know yet. But the president has been focusing a lot lately on crime, claiming there's virtually none of it now in Washington after his crackdown there, including deploying the National Guard. Could Chicago be next? He insists crime there is totally out of control.
The president has promised the administration will act quickly if Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker does not, quote, straighten things out in Chicago. Pritzker maintains there is no need for the National Guard because he says there is no emergency in Chicago. Pritzker adds troops cannot legally work to enforce the law in Chicago, so Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson has an executive order limiting how much the city's police department can work with troops and federal immigration agents.
That's Fox's Madeline Rivera. The FBI says there have been about 1,600 arrests in Washington since the Trump D.C. crime crackdown, and Congress will consider extending his actions.
House Speaker Mike Johnson tells Fox News the House will take up a bill related to D.C. crime in the next few weeks.
We cannot allow crime to destroy our great American cities, and it begins with the nation's capital.
With lawmakers returning from a month-long August recess, Congress will have little time to work with to avoid a government shutdown with a funding deadline September 30th.
That's Fox's Ryan Schmelz. As Israel ramps up the war against Hamas, it's mobilizing tens of thousands of reserve troops to go into Gaza City, considered Hamas's political and military stronghold. It's up to more than 1,400 people dead in an earthquake disaster in Afghanistan, more than 3,000 injured.
Rough terrain's making the rescue and relief effort more difficult. The 6.0 magnitude quake flattened villages with mostly mud, brick, and wood homes in a remote mountainous area of eastern Afghanistan. Thousands of people are injured. The United Nations coordinator for Afghanistan expects the casualty rate to be exponentially higher than what's known so far.
That's Fox's Chris Foster. In Sudan, a landslide took out an entire village, killing more than 1,000 people there. America's listening to Fox News.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, everything you need and nothing you don't.
Well, the day after Labor Day means the start of the new school year in some areas of the country, though it already began for other students last month. In Minnesota, some schools will have extra security.
Starting today and lasting through the end of classes Friday, some St. Paul public and private schools have accepted an offer by their city's police and fire departments to maintain a presence at their campuses. Marked cars and uniformed cops and firefighters will be stationed at schools to bolster a sense of safety and security. Last Wednesday, 2 children were killed, 18 other kids and 3 adults were hurt at the Annunciation Church and School in Minneapolis when a shooter fired through windows into the church. Catholic masses have resumed, but classes remain closed. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
That shooter who once attended the school and now identified as a woman killed herself in what the FBI is investigating as a hate crime and domestic terrorism. Stocks could drop to start a new week and month on Wall Street. Dow and NASDAQ futures both down more than 200 points after gains in August. The price of gold is at a new record high this morning, topping $3,500 an ounce. The Powerball fortune keeps growing. No one hit the jackpot last night, so it's up to $1.3 billion tomorrow, the 9th biggest lottery prize of all time. In college football, a blowout in Bill Belichick's debut.
A new era in North Carolina. 24 years head coach of the NFL's New England Patriots, and then 1 year out of football. Bill Belichick back on the sidelines Monday night. His debut as head coach at the University of North Carolina, the 73-year-old coach saw his Tar Heels score a touchdown on the first offensive series for a 7-0 lead against TCU. But then UNC got outscored 48-7 the rest of the way on its home field. Final score TCU 48, North Carolina 14.
That's Jared Max. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's the latest from the WIBX newsroom. I'm Doug Callan. A Verona man was arrested over the weekend on Saturday after police say he pointed a long gun at a woman and choked her until he lost consciousness during a domestic incident, according to police. Police say 3 children were present at the time. According to the Nassau County Sheriff's Office, Andrew J. Helmer was charged with possession of a weapon in the 3rd degree, strangulation 2nd, and 3 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. As school gets set for opening this Thursday, the New Hartford superintendent says he's assuring families with students at Perry Junior High that renovations will be complete and the building will be safe for students to return. Teachers and staff report today. Crews have been working round the clock to complete the construction, which includes the HVAC system. Superintendent Joe DePeace released a statement to parents on Friday. School begins Thursday for students. Local drivers will be handing over more hard-earned money when it comes to their gas tanks. AAA says the average cost for a gallon of regular fuel in the region is $3.13. That's up 4 cents in the past week, and also is a 3-cent rise from this time 1 month ago. Currently, the state average for gas is $3.17 a gallon, while nationally it's $3.19. State police are investigating an accident in the town of Danube near Little Falls when a pickup truck collided with an Amish buggy. Troopers say the accident happened at around 5:30 on Monday afternoon at the intersection of Routes 5S and Bellinger Road. No details on injuries available as of yet. A state fair employee arrested on Sunday by state police at Santillo's sausage food stand. Troopers say during closing time, an argument broke out between 2 employees. According to state police, during the incident, a suspect identified as Brandon J. Brown, a 25-year-old of York, Pennsylvania, was in possession of a culinary knife and struck the victim in the left cheek, causing injury. The victim was transported to upstate medical for treatment. Brown fled the scene, was later arrested and charged with assault in the 2nd degree and criminal possession of a weapon in the 3rd degree. With last-minute shopping underway, parents are being warned about back-to-school scams. School shopping is the 2nd largest spending event of the year, and people are urged to be aware of fake ads on websites. Scammers have also been known to send phishing emails claiming that a delivery of school supplies was missed in order to get the recipient to click on a link exposing them to malware. Finally, use of a credit card for online purchases is recommended if possible, and pay attention to return and refund policies. And the numbers are in, and they show more than 925,000 people attended this year's New York State Fair. That is roughly 7% up from 2024. The largest one-day total of this year's fair was on Sunday with more than 104,000 people. The lowest day was August 20th with 32,000. The 2026 fair begins August 26th and ends on Labor Day. In sports, the Mets snapped their 2-game skid after topping the Tigers 10-8 in their series opener. Juan Soto went 2 for 3 with a grand slam and 6 RBIs. New York is 3rd in the National League wild card and will continue its 3-game set tonight in Detroit. The Yankees are hoping to get back into the win column. New York is visiting the Astros for a 3-game series that begins tonight. The Bronx Bombers are currently tied atop the American League wild card. Week 1 of the college football season has come and gone. Syracuse is 0-1 and will host 1-0 UConn for its home opener on Saturday afternoon. According to Syracuse officials, seats are still available for the game. The Orange will take on UConn at the JMA Wireless Dome as they look to earn their first victory of the season. Syracuse played the Tennessee Volunteers this past weekend in Georgia and ended up being beaten by a final score of 45-26. Kickoff for this Saturday's game is scheduled for noon. A female tennis player says someone stole a trophy from her New York City hotel room while she competed at the U.S. Open. Serena Kirstia took to the Instagram platform over the weekend and pleaded with whoever stole my Cleveland trophy to promptly return it. It was stolen from the 50 Sonesta Hotel in New York City. And the Liberty continue their 3-game road trip tonight. New York is visiting the Golden State Valkyries in San Francisco. The Libs are hoping to bounce back from their recent loss to the Phoenix Mercury. That's the latest. I'm Doug Callan for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
little bit of a curl to our north. Upper level low pressure should stay away. Maybe a few clouds this morning in the Adirondacks. Other than that, we're seeing just a few clouds with clear sky early. Sunny later. Very nice afternoon at 80 degrees. Enjoy it. Tonight, mainly clear. We'll drop back into the 50s. Naturally, North Country will be colder or cooler. Wednesday, sunshine 80. Next shower, thunder shower chance Thursday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagik, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
And we have sunshine and 53 here to start your Tuesday. Looking for a cool new ride and a payment that fits your budget? GPO Federal Credit Union's auto loan rate dropping is heating things up here, and they continue to heat things up. I'm reading this and realizing this copy is, Davey, outdated. It ends on August 31st, so in the middle of it, I'm realizing that. Oh, boy. We're going to have to check, Davey, on that.
Weekend.
We're going to do a long weekend. It always happens on a long weekend. It is unfolding in Herkimer County. Explore the Herkimer Diamond Mines, the beautiful village of Newport, New York.
There you go.
Home of Mayor Mark Butler. Go to herkimercountyny.gov/events. herkimercountyny.gov. Click on events or go to /events, and you'll see it all there. We're entering the new season, the fall season. Harbor Fest is coming up in Frankfurt. The Cheese Festival in Little Falls. The Garlic Festival will be happening. And there's so much more that's occurring in Herkimer County. There's so much to do. If you have an event and you want it submitted, you can do that by going to herkimercountyny.gov and submit your event. Whether you're a local or just passing through, visit Herkimer County, where history, commerce, and beauty collide. It is happening in Herkimer County. It is happening in Newport, New York.
That's right. Bill, I just want to go back to the gentleman who rescued the Todd off the monorail. He said the banks are calling him. When the banks call me, it's not good news.
It isn't good news.
No, it never is.
Mr. Butler, do you know your account is overdrawn? Have you ever had that?
Yeah.
Baby.
Yep.
And people of all ages can experience any level of discomfort in their knees, their hips, their back that stem from foot issues. At the Good Feet store, they know that foot pain impedes everyday life. And there was a man known as Mark Butler, the mayor of Newport, and it was impeding his everyday life. And where did he go?
I went to the Good Feet store.
He did. And it's a free fitting and a test walk. No appointment is needed. There's no obligation, but they can show you where the pain may be caused from by your walk. Something as simple as the way you're walking. So they have a 3-step system, which includes strengtheners, maintainers, and relaxers that really work on your arch support and varying levels of strength and support that work together to improve and maintain proper foot alignment by exercising and strengthening the muscles and tendons and ligaments, and you don't even know it. You just put in the inserts, and away you go. There's no appointment needed, but you can call them at 315-999-3910. The Good Feet Store, 4630 Commercial Drive in New Hartford.
You know, I should get a cut of the advertising fee for that, you know.
We should definitely. I'll talk to the people that make those decisions. I'm sure it'll fall on deaf ears, but I'll try. Hold tight. Stefan will get to you in a second. Dr. Hall coming up in a second. I do want to get his take on the what's going on at the CDC and the, are we reaching a point? So the whistles are being blown by people who are former members of the CDC who are saying that we could find ourselves in big trouble because a lot of the people that are experienced are leaving, and that we are relying from RFK Jr. on non-scientific data. Oh boy, is it real? Or is this just people in a political argument trying to make trouble? We'll speak with Dr. Hall on it coming up in a second. 7:14 at WIBX.
BME Company Business Machines and Equipment has been delivering office solutions for businesses in upstate New York for over 30 years. Their success comes from finding the right document management strategies and software solutions for streamlining workflows. Simply put, BME provides fast, reliable service at the best value to keep your business running smoothly. Through BME's strategic partnership with Hummel's Office Plus, they distribute supplies for just about every machine in your office at a great price. BME welcomes the opportunity to serve your business, selling, leasing, and service in Canon and Kyocera devices, as well as FP mailing solutions. An important part of BME's culture is supporting the communities they're fortunate to work in, and BME recognizes that support is one reason for their success. The future of business in BME's area is encouraging, and the company is grateful to be a part of that growth. Call BME Company at 315-574-8200 or visit BMEcompany.com. BME Company Office Solutions. Made simple.
Let's set the record straight. At Utica National Insurance Group, respect is more than a principle. It's how they build trust. It means listening, acting, and standing by you every step of the way. They respect the dedication of their teammates, the partnership of their agents, and the lives of every policyholder they protect. Because when they lead with respect, they're always there when it matters most. Utica National, protecting what matters, supporting where it matters.
I don't serve for the recognition. I serve the flag. The red, white, and blue, that means everything to me. And when I fly it, I know it stands for something real. My name is Megan Terry, and I serve in the U.S. Army, which is why I choose Collins flags. Because every Collins American and military flag is made here in the USA, stitched with pride and built to last. And they support veterans like me because they know what these flags really mean. So if you love our service members and our country like I do, fly a flag that honors them and supports American jobs. Visit collinsflags.com today. American made, proudly waved.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, this is Ray Durso of the Genesis Group. If you're interested in keeping up with events and news in the Mohawk Valley region, I have the show for you. It's called This Week in the Mohawk Valley, and it airs every Sunday on WIBX. Join us as we talk with area business leaders, elected officials, law enforcement, educators, and more. Don't miss This Week in the Mohawk Valley every Sunday at 9 a.m. on WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, we've negotiated. I think we negotiated.
I think we have.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mark did not mention to me, Mayor Butler, but he is wearing the maintainers.
Maintainers right
in his
now.
feet,
Yep.
right. He has the inserts in his shoes right now.
Exactly right.
And that's good for you. And I've noticed the way there's a little pep in your step. I've been noticing.
I've heard that from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Let me go to quickly Rubitsky. Mr. Rubitsky. Stefan had a very busy weekend. He was all over the place. Good morning, Stefan Rubitsky.
Good morning.
Well, hello, Bill. Hello, Mark Butler. And hello, Davey.
All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate your time at the New York State Fair?
Well, I rate it about an 8.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Were you ever able to get the stuff that you left behind there?
Actually, I have a friend that lives close to there. He's willing to pick it up.
Well, you better get it picked up soon because the fair ended last night.
Yeah, I'll give them a call today during business hours and get that taken care of.
All right, and then I wanted to get your take on where else were you Were you anywhere else this weekend?
Our Lady of Lords Bazaar here in South Utica.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate the pizza frite?
10.
A 10. That was really good, right?
He's quite a gadabout.
I saw my candidate for my ward there, Scott, who was a guest last week.
You saw him.
And he has my vote this fall for council.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a Democrat, I'm voting for him. He's going to get things done in my area.
Scott Walrath.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Just checking. And then any other places he was at, Davey? And Davey never gave you a ride to the state fair. I can't believe it. I know that you two were gonna, you were gonna have. And Davey went to see Colgate Friday night, and it was quite an exciting offensive, night. Well, over 60 points scored, right? Pretty close to that. Okay, Stefan. Anything else? Thank you. You have a wonderful day. Happy Labor Day.
Yes, happy Tuesday, day after Labor Day, and next week I'm going with family down to Citi Field to see the Mets versus the Texas Rangers.
That's awesome. Nice job.
And it's going to be Old Timers Day that I go to the game.
That'll be cool. You'll see Keith Hernandez out there. He's think about it. Keith Hernandez was playing in the 70s. And he's on the broadcast team. Pretty good. Okay, thank you, man. Have a good day.
Let's go Mets and let's go Bills.
And what did we say about the Mets and the Marlins? The Mets struggle with the Marlins. After exploding with 19 runs on Friday night, they could barely score a run. Their pitching staff just kept falling to pieces. Senga's in trouble. I don't know how this team moves forward. They've got two young pitchers, rookies that have been called up from Syracuse, who are the starters that the Mets are relying on right now. It's crazy when you think about the offense is exploding, yet the pitching staff is just even yesterday there were over 14 runs scored in that game. Between the two teams, because runs just kept the pitching staff cannot shut anybody down. All right, Stephen.
You Mets fans, you bring tears to my eyes as we go through this every year.
We've got a former Yankee pitching tonight, so we'll see what happens, Mr. Holmes.
And even benches cleared the other day for the Mets and Marlins.
Yeah, I saw that. All right, Stephen. Thanks, man. Have a great day.
Bye, Bill.
On the line right now, Dr. Kent Hall. Doc, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Good. Do you want to tell that?
Good morning, Dr. Mark Butler.
You don't have to. You don't have to if you don't feel like it.
No.
I think it's kind of an interesting story.
Well, I have it's probably bursitis, but I have a swelling and liquid on my elbow. So I went to the clinic, and they went to drain it, and he put the needle in. And he said, I can't get anything out. I don't know why. So he pulls out and shows me there's about a quarter inch of fluid, and they're little white things, little white flecks in there. And he said, I don't know what the hell those are. That's what you don't want to hear from your doctor.
Do you use a plastic cutting board? Because that's been the big thing. Apparently you have plastic microns or whatever, and you're consuming them, and it's ending up in your elbow.
Well, I'm going to call him later this morning. He said he was going to check it out in the lab.
What do you think? Is it possible he's Vulcan or something like that? I mean, what do you think here, Doc?
Well, is his blood green?
I can't tell about it. I was just checking his ears out. He has them covered with headphones, so I don't know. What do you think something like that could be? What would that be?
Well, it sounds like it's some kind of, proteinaceous, little things that are made out of protein. The question is, why are they there?
Yeah.
Because that usually when you drain, I assume that what you had was olecranon bursitis. It was on the point of your elbow.
Yes.
Yeah, so you had olecranon bursitis, and that fluid usually comes out, relatively clear. It's usually got a little color to it. Usually it's orange, yellow orange kind of color, but it can be a little viscous, but it tends to flow fairly freely. I would say if he was having difficulty getting things out, it was probably because some of those clumps, those protein clumps, were clogging up the bore of the needle.
So. Well, that's what he said. That's exactly what he said.
He also said, I've used this needle on 7 people so far and not gotten anything like this before. No, he didn't say that.
Okay, well, if he actually said that, I might suggest a different doctor.
Go ahead.
Well, listen, doctor, I thank you for that advice, and I just have these words for you. Nanu, nanu.
You're mixing your TV shows up.
I'm sorry.
You should be saying, I forget. May the Force know that's Star Wars. Okay.
I think it's live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper. There you go. Okay, and then I saw a really interesting thing yesterday that was sent to me, and it is a microscope looking at blood of a person with chronic myeloid leukemia, which is what I have to say that when they discovered the leukemia in my blood back. Starting with Dr. Garg and then moving on to ultimately Roswell. My blood, the cancer level, and I'm not sure, you might be able to describe this a little differently. It's in layman's terms, but the cancer level in my blood is at 52%. So half of my blood was filled with these white blood cells, which, by the way, I saw they showed on a microscope what that looks like. It's incredible because they're basically immature white blood cells that have become cancerous, and they're just overpopulating your blood. It's an overproduction of white blood cells. Nonetheless, currently, Doc, I was there at Roswell last week. My number is 0.0024. So I am under 3% now when it comes to those cancerous cells in the blood.
Good for you.
Pretty amazing.
Good for you.
What that medicine does. But I thought that was very interesting. I don't know if you want to comment on any of that. The medicine's a miracle.
So first of all, congratulations, and that sounds really great. Yeah, no, it sounds like the treatment that you're having, the medication that you're taking is certainly doing its job. And yeah, that's exactly what cancer is. And honestly, that's what all cancers are. It's just an overproduction of cells, whether it's from your blood or your pancreas or your brain or wherever. And they're immature, and they just keep growing. They just keep, dividing, and they basically starve out the normal cells, both because of the volume that they take, as well as because they cause new blood vessels to form, and the new blood vessels actually literally starve out the normal ones because all the blood goes into the cancer.
Yeah.
So, but that is wonderful. And yeah, when you look under the microscope, especially for
it's
blood
unbelievable.
cancers like CML, what you see is just a whole slew of white blood cells. And normally, if you look at a normal person's blood under the microscope, what you see is a lot of red blood cells and white blood cells around in different areas. So that's how you know.
And then I wanted to ask, and I know you prefer not to be drawn into political talk. However, a lot of complaints over the weekend on the Sunday shows, firing the CDC. And the red flag being the whistle being blown is that with RFK Jr., he is following things that are not scientific, not supported by the scientific community, especially when it comes to immunizations, especially with children. And the whistle being blown is that if we were to have another another COVID incident, another crisis, that we wouldn't be able to handle it. Is that politics, or do you feel there's a legitimate argument going on there today from the CDC?
So I would say that it is certainly legitimate to be concerned. I mean, take the reason why and all that out of it, because like we said last week, we're in the midst of a great experiment, and we don't know where this is going to land. It's going to take us a little while, but I would say, and everybody who's been around for any length of time and has gone through an organization that's gone through transitions, if it goes through transitions smoothly, then things tend to go pretty well. If the transition is very abrupt, and I would say what's going on in the CDC can certainly be described as abrupt, then things tend to fall through the cracks, and that is just an organization that somebody leaves, somebody's got to someone else has to pick up their work. But if several people leave, who's going to pick up the work? They're doing a lot of things as it relates to surveillance that are they're clawing back some surveillance things. So we are. If something happened right now, I think that there would be a lot of scrambling, and the coming out of the starting gate would be pretty rough. Knock wood that doesn't happen, but yeah, I would be concerned about it. But again, we go through this time, and if nothing, you don't have a big health crisis of something or another, and in 6 months things have smoothed out, then maybe we dodged a bullet. I don't know.
And then this month, it's expected that the RFK Jr. is going to be releasing details regarding the cause of autism in children, the increase in autism and the cause. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so again, I have a concern that politics and people's own personal opinion are going to, weigh heavily in that, as opposed to, scientific fact, because this has been looked at, 7 ways from Sunday in the scientific community, and a lot of the increase in autism diagnosis is relating to increased surveillance and earlier recognition from not only from medical personnel, but also concerns raised by non-medical personnel like teachers and daycare workers and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what he says. There are concerns that he's going to basically say what he believes, as opposed to which has not been borne out by the scientific facts as we know them now. So
this is the month. It's going to be interesting to see what they end up releasing. Dr. Kent Hall, as always, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much. We'll do it again soon.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Please be safe.
All right. You do the same. You're looking at you're watching TV?
Yeah.
You saw the little kid, the little toddler up on the monorail.
Right.
That crazy story. And that's the guy, as we're watching it on NBC right now, that is the guy that kind of climbed up there. He didn't kind of climb up there. He climbed up there.
Yeah.
And the kid came to him, and he was able to safely walk the kid off the monorail. Thank God there wasn't a monorail that, I'm saying the monorail track. Thank God there wasn't a monorail coming through. All right, we'll do news, and then Hobica's free money question of the day, Davey, coming up in just a second. It's worth $150. Great question to throw at you today. We'll see where it goes. Will we give away the money to kick off the month of September? From the Falcon Clinic, an open letter statement in regard to any prospective new patients wishing to establish care at the Falcon Clinic. The letter from Dr. Brian Zielinski. As you may have heard on WIBX, we're currently looking for a new provider at the Falcon Clinic. We've had a very large influx of new patients over the course of the past several months due to the recent retirements, departures, etc., of numerous and other local providers. And because, as a result, we at the Falcon Clinic, he says, are extremely busy. Because of this time, they're respectfully asking any prospective new patients to reach back out in 6 months once they hire a new provider, which they hope will be sooner than later. They'll make an announcement here on WIBX that they're accepting new patients as soon as possible once again. Thank you very much for your kind understanding. As Dr. Zielinski says, we are very much looking forward to having you as a future patient of our practice down the road at the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills. Coming up, news, and then Hobica's free money question on WIBX.
Hi, I'm Lisa, owner of Fit Body Boot Camp in Clinton and Whitesboro. I couldn't be prouder of our amazing members. Take a listen.
My name is Savannah Malerba, and I'm from Westmoreland, New York. Results-wise, from my last set of measurements, I've lost about 15 pounds. I've lost about 17 inches between legs, waist, chest, all of the parts. I've also gained a lot of energy in my daily life. I'm a school teacher. I teach K-6 math intervention full-time, and I go from the beginning of my day at 5:15 in the morning all the way to 3 o'clock at the last bell and still have enough to keep going and jumping around my classroom like crazy all the time. So this has helped increase my mental endurance in every single way. I feel like I handle a lot of challenges in the gym and outside of the gym, and I feel like I have the people around me and also the mental capacity to support all of those things at the same time. And that has developed a lot more because of Clinton Fit Body.
If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. The time is now to live your best life at Fit Body Boot Camp.
Here's the latest from the WIBX newsroom. I'm Doug Callum. A Verona man was arrested over the weekend on Saturday after police say he pointed a long gun at a woman and choked her until he lost consciousness during a domestic incident, according to police. Police say 3 children were present at the time. According to the Nassau County Sheriff's Office, Andrew J. Helmer was charged with possession of a weapon in the 3rd degree, strangulation 2nd, and 3 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. As school gets set for opening this Thursday, the New Hartford superintendent says he's assuring families with students at Perry Junior High that renovations will be complete and the building will be safe for students to return. Teachers and staff report today. Crews have been working round the clock to complete the construction, which includes the HVAC system. Superintendent Joe DePeace released a statement to parents on Friday. School begins Thursday for students. Local drivers will be handing over more hard-earned money when it comes to their gas tanks. AAA says the average cost for a gallon of regular fuel in the region is $3.13. That's up 4 cents in the past week and also is a 3-cent rise from this time 1 month ago. Currently, the state average for gas is $3.17 a gallon, while nationally it's $3.19. State police are investigating an accident in the town of Danube near Little Falls when a pickup truck collided with an Amish buggy. Troopers say the accident happened at around 5:30 on Monday afternoon at the intersection of Routes 5S and Bellinger Road. No details on injuries available as of yet. A state fair employee arrested on Sunday by state police at Santillo's sausage food stand. Troopers say during closing time, an argument broke out between 2 employees. According to state police, during the incident, a suspect identified as Brandon J. Brown, a 25-year-old of York, Pennsylvania, was in possession of a culinary knife and struck the victim in the left cheek, causing injury. The victim was transported to upstate medical for treatment. Brown fled the scene, was later arrested and charged with assault in the 2nd degree and criminal possession of a weapon in the 3rd degree. That's the latest. I'm Doug Callan for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
A little bit of a curl to our north. Upper level low pressure should stay away. Maybe a few clouds this morning in the Adirondacks. Other than that, we're seeing just a few clouds with clear sky early. Sunny later. Very nice afternoon at 80 degrees. Enjoy it. Tonight, mainly clear. We'll drop back into the 50s. Naturally, North Country will be colder or cooler. Wednesday, sunshine 80. Next shower, thunder shower chance Thursday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajek, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Beauty on the way today. Currently sunshine and 55. Time for Hobica's free money question of the day. Today, it comes from the Hobica Law Firm, and it's worth $150, Davey, and you're looking
When it comes to the ones we love, their comfort and dignity matter most. That is why Hospice and Palliative Care is here for you. When you want your loved ones' wishes to be honored, when you want them to be comfortable, safe, and secure, and when you want them to be wherever they call home, Hospice and Palliative Care is the right choice. Our team of professional doctors, nurses, social workers, and bereavement counselors are dedicated to providing compassionate care every step of the way. At Hospice, your loved one is not alone, and neither are you. We are just a phone call away, ready to support you through this journey. Choose Hospice and Palliative Care, serving Oneida, Herkimer, and Eastern Madison County for the comfort and dignity your loved ones deserve. For more information, visit our website, hospicecareinc.org, or call us today at 315-735-6484. Hospice and Palliative Care, Middle Settlement Road, New Hartford, serving Oneida, Herkimer, and Eastern Madison counties.
When you need us most.
We all like convenience, right? ATMs, takeout food, drive-through pharmacies. Now, Bremer's is making it just as convenient to enjoy your favorite wines and spirits with Bremer's to go. It's simple. Place your order at bremerswineandliquor.com or save $5 on your first order with our mobile app. Order during store hours for pickup within an hour. Hey, you can even call us when you get to the store and we'll bring your order right out and load it in the car for you. Now that's convenience. Maybe you're planning a party. Maybe you want to stock up on your favorite wines. Or you just want to save time when you're out and about. Whatever the reason, at Bremer's, we're all about incredible customer service. So when you're on the go, we are too. Order at bremerswineandliquor.com or save $5 with our mobile app. Order during store hours for pickup within an hour. It's Bremer's to go, available 7 days a week from Bremer's Wine and Liquor on Commercial Drive in New Hartford.
Hi, I'm Lisa, owner of Fit Body Boot Camp in Clinton and Whitesboro. I couldn't be prouder of our amazing members. Take a listen.
My name is Savannah Malerba, and I'm from Westmoreland, New York. Results-wise, from my last set of measurements, I've lost about 15 pounds. I've lost about 17 inches between legs, waist, chest, all of the parts. I've also gained a lot of energy in my daily life. I'm a school teacher. I teach K-6 math intervention full-time, and I go from the beginning of my day at 5:15 in the morning all the way to 3 o'clock at the last bell and still have enough to keep going and jumping around my classroom like crazy all the time. So this has helped increase my mental endurance in every single way. I feel like I handle a lot of challenges in the gym and outside of the gym, and I feel like I have the people around me and also the mental capacity to support all of those things at the same time. And that has developed a lot more because of Clinton Fit Body.
If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. The time is now to live your best life at Fit Body Boot Camp.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right. Apparently the heat from my finger was so close to Davey's mic as I was trying to turn it on, it triggered a whole series of commercials. Pretty hot finger I have here, Davey. It's hot.
Gotta make money.
Let's do caller number 5. That's what you want? Caller number 5 right now at 315-736-0186 for Hobica's free money question of the day. It comes from, and call right now, caller 5. $150 on the line. Great question that is completely doable. I hope we have our first winner here for September. I do believe we can do it. 315-736-0186. It comes from the, Davey's not in there. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi, good morning, you're caller 1. Try again. Good morning, you're caller number 2. Try again. Hi, good morning, you're caller number 3. Try again. Good morning, you're caller number 4. Give it a try. Thank you. And good morning, you are caller number 5. Number 5. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Hey, Bill, how are you?
Good. Who is calling here? Good morning, you're on the radio.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, it's Mark from Westmoreland.
All right, Mark. Good morning. I believe we could really pull out a winner here if we put our thinking caps on.
I'm feeling it.
You feel it as well.
Yep.
You feel it as well.
Oh, my God, this is great then.
All right. Are you ready, Mark?
Yes, sir.
Here is your question. You'll have 7 seconds to answer, and here it is. What an opening night Bill Belichick had last night in college football with North Carolina. All of the drama, all of the anticipation. What was the final score, Davey, last night?
48-14.
Oh,
48
boy.
to 14.
So you watched it. I like it.
No.
Oh, you didn't.
I
All
know
right.
he scored 2 touchdowns. That's all they could do.
That's all they could do. I love it. Okay, here we go. Here is your question. At North Carolina, Mark, what is Bill Belichick's annual salary? Ready, go.
$2.5 million.
Is it too? I was hoping you'd say 10. You know, I was thinking if you're going to grab a number, it'd be like, I don't know, he's making $10 million a year.
That was pretty tough, Bill.
Well, there's money on the line, you know. The answer is $10 million. What are you going to do? We're going to give you the all-in-one food and fun card. That's $25. That's a $25 gift card. Good at the Odd or Nexus, Taylor and the Cook, Aquavino, Babes, the list goes on. Also, I have tickets, 2 tickets for Cousins Pinball on Thursday and Saturday of this week with a $25 unlimited admission. This is really a cool place. It's right down the street from us here on River Road, and it's filled with like 50 pinball machines. Some of them are antiques. It's really cool. Have you seen it yet?
No, I have not. It's right next to your studio, though.
It is. It is right down the street. They're also. Go ahead.
I can't believe I lost that I get all this stuff.
Yeah, listen.
This is unbelievable.
Where else in the world do you win for losing? Right?
That's right.
It's epic. I really think.
Agent Bill at WIBX. That's the only place, man.
You are the man. Mark, stand by. Davey's going to hook you up and give you all the details on this. By the way, you can go to twocousinspinball.com for information. And you could also win a pair of tickets to Killer Queen, which is the Broadway show coming to the Stanley Theater. Queen Rhapsody Limited Edition Pinball Machine is there. You play it, and you could win the Broadway tickets as well. So stand by. Right. Davey's going to hook you up. Thank you. All right. Thanks, Mark.
Bill.
Amazing.
Something on the internet today. It might be AI again, but I understand Belichick is asking for his former quarterback from the Patriots to come out of retirement, come to North Carolina.
I as part of my question, I had, and I didn't read it, but I had in there, maybe if there was a Tom Brady there, he would have been successful.
I think old Tom helped him out of a few tough spots.
I mean, I got to tell you, he has all these people that show up. All of these former players, all these high-end people, and they're all waiting for him, and he gets clobbered. That was something to see.
He doesn't take it lightly either.
No, he does not. Davey, what do you want me to do here? Yeah, I'll let you figure it out. Because I can just keep going. Don't you worry.
Well, we had a guest coming on at this time, and I don't know what's going on.
Okay, I'll let you figure it out. Mohawk Valley Crime. There's 2 things I want to talk about. Number one, you are now on the board of the Little Falls Hospital. Is it Little Falls Memorial Hospital? Falls Hospital.
Just Little Falls Hospital.
Which is one of those hospitals that has survived, the smaller hospitals that survived over the years.
Yeah.
You know,
of course, they're part of the Bassett group.
They are. That's I used to do the hospital radiothon years ago, where we'd go overnights and the whole 9 yards and ask for people to call in and give money. It was always a big fundraiser for the Little Falls Hospital. I started my career doing that. But you're now on the board.
Well, and this is my chance to give a plug. We're looking for people when Mohawk Valley gives. We've got a supporter.
Which is September 19th,
right,
by the way.
They're going to triple whatever you donate, so that would really be helpful to the hospital if you could.
So all the money that is donated to Mohawk Valley Gives for Little Falls Hospital
up to $50,000, I think,
will be tripled.
Tripled.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. And listen, that's a very important hospital for the people of the valley.
That's correct.
Very much important. All right, coming up here we have Dr. Robert Fleischer. He is with the urology group at MVHS, and every September they offer their annual free prostate cancer screening, and he's ready to kick it off right now. Doc, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you here. And This is one of the easy screenings. It's really quite simple, right?
It actually is. It consists of just a brief discussion with the patient and an exam, and importantly, a PSA blood test to screen for prostate cancer.
So,
and it's completely free.
And it's completely free. Tell us the details. What do people have to do to be able to take advantage of it here?
The easiest is to call the number 315-624-4600. That's 315-624-4600 to register. We have 6 dates in September. They're September 2nd, 5th, 10th, 18th, 22nd, and 30th. So throughout the month, we have appointments open in the morning, 9 to 11:30, and in the afternoon, 12:30 to 3 p.m. We will find a way to accommodate essentially everyone. Our goal is to reach out to those people who wouldn't necessarily have easy access to care and screening.
Yeah. What are we'll talk just a little bit about prostate cancer if we could. What are the signs, the warning signs that one might have, or is it possible to have no warning signs at all?
Most often there are no warning signs. That's what makes this screening. I mean, the idea of screening is looking for disease in people who don't have signs of the process. Men certainly can have urinary issues, voiding issues, but those usually are not associated with cancer. They're the typical aging-related voiding issues. Prostate cancer is usually not symptomatic unless it is a very advanced stage, and our goal is to find this before we get to that stage.
So, is there a number? Like I recently had my PSA test. Is there a number that you look at and say, "Wow, that's just too high"?
The answer is no.
Yeah.
That's where finesse comes in, because PSA is not a specific test for cancer. It goes up with prostate cancer. It also goes up with age. It goes up with prostate size. It goes up with inflammation or irritation. If you ride a bike or ride a tractor or ride a snowblower, the irritation can lead to a PSA increase. So a rising PSA is not specific for cancer. And since it goes up with so many different things, there's no magic number. The lab will list a number of a PSA of 4, but that's just a general overview. If you're a young man in your 50s or 55, then a PSA of 2.5 is worrisome. If you're 80, 90 years old, then a PSA of 6 or 7 isn't even bothersome. So there's some finesse here. That's where the urologist comes in.
I think I forget what my number was, but one of the things to look at too is if the number is going up, right?
That's correct. We look at whether the number is changing, how much the change is, and over what period of time, the number is really rising. So
here's Tim Reed. Tim and I do a program called Real Men Get Tested for Cancer, and we specifically call out men because I do think guys, and I'm one of them, we tend to procrastinate. And
absolutely,
and that's the worst thing you can do with cancer.
Absolutely. People don't usually sign. I stand in line to get their prostate examined, and unfortunately, many primary cares defer the idea of prostate screening for one reason or another. But this is a very valuable resource, and as I said, we're trying to get to those people, especially who don't have access to primary care or who are worried about the costs. We really want to try to offer this to people who might not otherwise have screening available.
Tim says prostate cancer, the good news is it's slow moving. The bad news is it's slow moving and people don't respond. It's possible to live with prostate cancer, and I say that with a question mark.
Well, it's different in every person. Let me make the correlation to skin cancer. Many skin cancers are nuisance cancers. They're just minor things. They can be ignored for a little period of time. But then there's the melanomas, which are the aggressive, life-threatening skin cancers and are life-threatening even on initial finding of the disease. Prostate cancer, most prostate cancers are slow-growing. Many prostate cancers, if they're defined in a certain population, may not even need to be treated. But prostate cancer is still the second leading cause of death in men, behind lung cancer. 35,000 people or so succumb to prostate cancer a year. So we need to define who might have prostate cancer, and then more importantly, what's the most appropriate way to manage it in an individual. And that may span just following it and doing nothing other than watching it, or considering treatment.
Okay, interesting stuff. And the fact that you're offering this for free to people is a real bonus. And again, the number to call for people to reach out?
315-624-4600.
Okay. Dr. Fleischner, thank you so much for the time and what you guys are doing over there.
Appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Pretty big deal, and that is the cancer that Tim had. Father Sean O'Brien, they caught that, and he had it taken care of. Several people. It's still a killer. It's so important to get tested. Real men get tested, Mark Butler, for cancer.
Number down right now.
755 at WIBX.
I don't serve for the recognition. I serve the flag. The red, white, and blue, that means everything to me. And when I fly it, I know it stands for something real. My name is Megan Terry, and I serve in the U.S. Army, which is why I choose Collins flags. Because every Collins American and military flag is made here in the USA, stitched with pride and built to last. And they support veterans like me, because they know what these flags really mean. So if you love our service members and our country like I do, fly a flag that honors them and supports American jobs. Visit collinsflags.com today. American made, proudly waved.
Tim, Jim Boeheim is going to be in our next Real Men Get Tested commercial.
Wow, you know he's a cancer survivor.
He's all in.
I'm not appearing in your commercial for Real Men Get Tested.
It sounds like you two are bonding.
Yeah, especially after I gave him coaching advice.
We're not bonding. You know nothing about basketball.
I think there's a job offer coming.
I'll bet you sit next to McNamara.
Don't be stupid. Real men get tested for cancer. I'm living proof that early detection can save your life.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Well, they're playing all over the TV this morning, the little toddler that was walking on the track of the monorail. What did you say, Mark, that it turns out the monorail was not in use?
I just
so they're saying.
Glanced out of the corner of my eye at the TV news, and I thought they said that it was not operating and nobody was watching it, and that's why the little guy got in there and got up on it.
Well, I would think that probably still could be a real liability for the Hershey Park, right? Like, what are they thinking?
Yeah,
probably want to make sure
so.
that problem is fixed. That little kids can't walk. And where were the parents during? I know a kid can get away quickly, but it had to be like the kid's up there and the parents are down on the ground. How does that happen?
Well, as I said, as I watched it, the little guy had tremendous balance. He was walking on that rail like he was walking down the middle of Main Street. I guess I don't know the full story, but
MTV is going to be playing music again. Do you remember when MTV? I don't know if you ever turned MTV on. As of late, it is all sorts of reality shows and nothing like it was back in the days for me when I went off to college, 1983. Then they actually played music videos. Well, MTV is playing music videos again, 24/7, kind of, from now until the MTV Video Music Awards, which are coming up on Sunday. Not on their main channel, but on MTV2, MTV Live, and MTV Classic. There's a good chance that you have all of that on your cable. It'll be the first year the VMAs will be broadcast on CBS. They'll also be on, kind of odd, right? It's MTV, which is his own channel. The MTV Video Awards will be broadcast on another network, which I think owns MTV, CBS, Paramount Plus as well. And that happens Sunday. So if you want to watch videos, I guess you, some of them being classic, I guess you can watch them on MTV. Once again,
I hope they have a spot for Paul McCartney.
Cyndi Lauper wrapped up her Girls Just Want to Have Fun farewell tour Saturday night at the Hollywood Bowl, and she had a special guest who showed up on Saturday. Here's audio from that. Sure, it sounded better if you were there.
And what?
Huh? And then Cher comes out. Who, by the way, doesn't look looks pretty good for being her age. Wow. We have news. It's coming up next.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, celebrating 100 years.
Israel keeps ramping up the war against Hamas. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, mobilizing tens of thousands of reserve troops for a new offensive in and around Gaza City.
The targets include 2 western Gaza City neighborhoods that Israel has repeatedly invaded during the war against Hamas. Gaza City is the political and military stronghold of Hamas, and Israel says there is still a vast tunnel network there despite multiple strikes. The area is also where hundreds of thousands of civilians are sheltering, facing the threat of combat and famine.
That's Fox's Tony J. Powers. As the war in Ukraine keeps raging, Russian President Vladimir Putin's in China for talks, saying ties between he and leaders Xi Jinping are at an unprecedented high level. Still no sign of progress getting Putin to hold direct peace talks with Ukraine's president, like President Trump's been pushing for. Weeks after his summit with Russian leader Vladimir Putin, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent tells Fox Putin
has done the opposite of following through on what he indicated he wanted to do.
Now, we just got another Truth Social post from President Trump on Chicago, calling it the worst and most dangerous city in the world, and he will solve the crime problem just like he did in D.C. He has deployed the National Guard in Washington. Over the weekend, there were 47 shootings in Chicago, 7 deaths.
No troops in Chicago! No troops in Chicago!
That's Mayor Brandon Johnson, who has an executive order to limit how much police in Chicago could work with National Guard troops and federal immigration agents. President Trump's planning to give the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor, to Rudy Giuliani.
Giuliani served as a U.S. attorney and was mayor of New York City during the attack and immediate aftermath of 9/11. Since then, he served controversial stints as an advisor and personal attorney for President Trump, supporting false claims that Trump won the 2020 election instead of former President Joe Biden.
That's Fox's Gerdal Scott. America's listening to Fox News.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, everything you need and nothing you don't.
We mentioned President Trump and his post about Chicago and trying to fight crime there. Later today, he'll make an announcement in the White House Oval Office. We're told it'll be defense-related. It's back to court today for the suspect in the second Trump assassination attempt during the 2024 presidential campaign, the one in Florida, 2 months after the first attempt at a Trump rally in Pennsylvania left him with a grazed, bloodied ear.
Ryan Ruth is expected to appear for his last pretrial hearing in a federal court in Fort Pierce, Florida. The 59-year-old is accused of waiting outside the Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach last September and pointing a rifle through a tree line where the then former president and presidential candidate was playing. In October, Ruth pleaded not guilty to a slew of charges, including possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, assaulting a federal officer, and attempted assassination of a major presidential candidate. He is representing himself after recently dismissing his attorneys. The hearing comes less than a week before his trial is set to begin on September 8th. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Congress returns today from a summer break And one of the big issues looming is a potential government shutdown if lawmakers cannot approve new funding by the end of the month. A Democratic congressman is planning to retire.
78-year-old Jerry Nadler, the longest-serving member of Congress from New York, who has served in the House for more than 3 decades, will not seek re-election next year. He tells the New York Times he feels it's time for a changing of the guard to make room for the next generation of Democrats. Nadler said he was originally hesitant to step down, arguing President Trump threatened the foundations of democracy. He says watching former President Biden's health decline and ultimate loss of the party to the president, he thinks it's time for a change. In New York, Sue Guzman, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stocks could drop. Dow futures, NASDAQ futures both down more than 200 points. And nobody won the Powerball drawing last night, so the jackpot will grow to $1.3 billion tomorrow. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's the latest from the WIBX newsroom. I'm Doug Callum. A Verona man was arrested over the weekend on Saturday after police say he pointed a long gun at a woman and choked her until he lost consciousness during a domestic incident, according to police. Police say 3 children were present at the time. According to the Nassau County Sheriff's Office, Andrew J. Helmer was charged with possession of a weapon in the 3rd degree, strangulation 2nd, and 3 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. As school gets set for opening this Thursday, the New Hartford superintendent says he's assuring families with students at Perry Junior High that renovations will be complete and the building will be safe for students to return. Teachers and staff report today. Crews have been working round the clock to complete the construction, which includes the HVAC system. Superintendent Joe DePeace released a statement to parents on Friday. School begins Thursday for students. Local drivers will be handing over more hard-earned money when it comes to their gas tanks. AAA says the average cost for a gallon of regular fuel in the region is $3.13. That's up 4 cents in the past week and also is a 3-cent rise from this time 1 month ago. Currently, the state average for gas is $3.17 a gallon, while nationally it's $3.19. State police are investigating an accident in the town of Danube near Little Falls when a pickup truck collided with an Amish buggy. Troopers say the accident happened at around 5:30 on Monday afternoon at the intersection of Routes 5S and Bellinger Road. No details on injuries available as of yet. A state fair employee arrested on Sunday by state police at Santillo's sausage food stand. Troopers say during closing time, an argument broke out between 2 employees. According to state police, during the incident, a suspect identified as Brandon J. Brown, a 25-year-old of York, Pennsylvania, was in possession of a culinary knife and struck the victim in the left cheek, causing injury. The victim was transported to upstate medical for treatment. Brown fled the scene, was later arrested and charged with assault in the 2nd degree and criminal possession of a weapon in the 3rd degree. With last-minute shopping underway, parents are being warned about back-to-school scams. School shopping is the 2nd largest spending event of the year, and people are urged to be aware of fake ads on websites. Scammers have also been known to send phishing emails claiming that a delivery of school supplies was missed in order to get the recipient to click on a link exposing them to malware. Finally, use of a credit card for online purchases is recommended if possible, and pay attention to return and refund policies. And the numbers are in, and they show more than 925,000 people attended this year's New York State Fair. That is roughly 7% up from 2024. The largest one-day total of this year's fair was on Sunday with more than 104,000 people. The lowest day was August 20th with 32,000. The 2026 fair begins August 26th and ends on Labor Day. In sports, the Mets snapped their 2-game skid after topping the Tigers 10-8 in their series opener. Juan Soto went 2 for 3 with a grand slam and 6 RBIs. New York is 3rd in the National League wildcard and will continue its 3-game set tonight in Detroit. The Yankees are hoping to get back into the win column. New York is visiting the Astros for a 3-game series that begins tonight. The Bronx Bombers are currently tied atop the American League wild card. Week 1 of the college football season has come and gone. Syracuse is 0-1 and will host 1-0 UConn for its home opener on Saturday afternoon. According to Syracuse officials, seats are still available for the game. The Orange will take on UConn at the JMA Wireless Dome as they look to earn their first victory of the season. Syracuse played the Tennessee Volunteers this past weekend in Georgia and ended up being beaten by a final score of 45-26. Kickoff for this Saturday's game is scheduled for noon. A female tennis player says someone stole a trophy from her New York City hotel room while she competed at the U.S. Open. Serena Cristia took to the Instagram platform over the weekend and pleaded with whoever stole my Cleveland trophy to promptly return it. It was stolen from the 50 Sonesta Hotel in New York City. And the Liberty continue their 3-game road trip tonight. New York is visiting the Golden State Valkyries in San Francisco. The Libs are hoping to bounce back from their recent loss to the Phoenix Mercury. That's the latest. I'm Doug Callan for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
A little bit of a curl to our north. Upper level low pressure should stay away. Maybe a few clouds this morning in the Adirondacks. Other than that, we're seeing just a few clouds with clear sky early. Sunny later. Very nice afternoon at 80 degrees. Enjoy it. Tonight, mainly clear. We'll drop back into the 50s. Naturally, North Country will be colder or cooler. Wednesday, sunshine 80. Next shower, thunder shower chance Thursday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Fairly sunshine and 57 at WIBX. Want to tell you about River Hills Properties continuing to invest and grow in upstate New York. They provide all the services that you will need when you're selling your home. And it's these are things and services that are not provided by most real estate agents. Around the country, yes, but not here. At River Hills, your listing agent is with you from the beginning all the way to the end with an effort and successfully reducing the stress level. Every time your house is shown, your listing agent is there. Whether there be the inspection or the appraisal. The appraisal, obviously, very, very important, and they need comparables in each neighborhood. I remember with our home when we were selling our house, the appraiser did not have comparables. Well, Robin Monjo whipped out her folder and offered up 3 that were perfect, exactly what we needed, and otherwise it would have delayed the whole process, creating more stress. You know, they have offices in Barneveld, in Utica, in Little Falls, Copenhagen to the north, in the very, very wonderful village of Newport, New York.
There you go.
Home of Mayor Mark Butler, and also coming soon to the city of Rome. And in on the Gulf Coast of Florida, where it's just beautiful. Maybe you have a consideration of becoming one of those snowbirds. You can do it with River Hills. They have a full slate of agents ready to take care of you in sunny Florida as well. Sarasota, Naples, Marco Island, some of the most beautiful places you'll see anywhere in the country. It's River Hills Properties. Nobody sells homes like River Hills. Call 315-896-1009.
Make this season all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension. Visit Clinton Tractor on Meadow Street in Clinton to see the full line of Ferris mowers.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
You know, having a safety plan is essential. God forbid someone breaks into your home, or if you find yourself in a confrontation, don't start with a lethal firearm. No, start less lethal. Start with Byrna, BYRNA.com. This less lethal launcher is the most effective self-defense tool available today without legal, financial, or emotional consequences that may come with using a gun. I carry one. It's part of my personal safety and security plan every day. I recommend all of you, if you're concerned about safety, you should be, have one as well. They have the new compact launcher, the CL. It is the world's smallest, less lethal pistol concealed anywhere. It fires powerful kinetic and tear gas rounds that can stop any perpetrator for up to 40 minutes. And Byrna has protection for every member of the family, from safety alarms to personal defense sprays as well. Check out Byrna, BYRNA.com today and find the right launcher for your family. That's BYRNA.com.
When you're hiring,
Have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Before there was social media, streaming, and even color television, there was radio. Remember the golden days when you had to tune in to hear what happened to Hopalong Cassidy or perhaps the Green Hornet? What if you could relive those days again? Hi, I'm Greg Bell, the host of When Radio Was, a show that's dedicated to the very best of radio's golden age. From classic performances by Jack Benny to tales of terror on Lights Out. It's all here on When Radio Was, starting every Sunday at 11 p.m. only on WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Which classic broadcast will you hear next?
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Well, it is the first day of school for students at the Utica School District, and it's the first day of the cell phone ban, bell to bell. So we heard from a chief who works security and said it's going to be quite interesting. We'll get into that again tomorrow, see how things go today. Wayne on the line right now. Wayne, good morning. Good morning.
Hey, couple things. That fair,
yes,
I think that's the last year that I'm ever going there. There was 5 lanes.
The state fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was 5 lanes of traffic, both sides of the highway or whatever, interstate, whatever you call it out there. And it was an hour and a half between getting through the line, getting to the parking spot, and then getting a bus to go over to the fair. Never again.
Yeah,
Never again.
The traffic is brutal there. Which day did you go?
Was it Friday?
And I think there's construction out there, too. They have a lot of construction going on top of all of that.
They bottleneck you into only being able to get in and out of the. I mean, because that's what they got to do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everybody would be going crazy through everywhere they don't want you. But they bottleneck you, and it takes so long. And it's just like being stuck, like in a if the hurricane was coming, they said evacuate the town.
Right, everybody's trying to get out. When we go to the fair, we take a helicopter in. It's very fast. We land anywhere we want. Yeah, I mean it's just easy peasy.
Man of privilege.
You got to be airdropped in.
It's the only. I got to tell you, my daughter wanted to go and she met a friend there, so we were coming back from Buffalo right when the fair first started. And the minute you get off so we were coming from the west. So we got off that exit 39. I'm like, this is our quickest way to go in. And if you have the app running on your car, you can see the map and you can see the red spots where the traffic is just brutal. And we just waited and waited and waited in traffic and finally made it there. But sounds like what you went through was even worse.
If you're into that type of stuff, fine. You know,
Yeah.
if you're into going into things, then that's great. But I don't care. I'm over it. I'm so over it. All right, I wanted to touch base with this
I got to tell you
school
something.
bus.
I can eat unhealthy stuff at home. I don't need to go to the fair to do it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, your second topic.
The second topic is the school buses. I was unaware that when you come to what they call a two-way stop, where you stop and then there's through traffic. I didn't know when you come to that stop that the buses slam on their brakes when they have through traffic. They slam on their brakes on that through traffic stop, which I was unaware of. And I'm thinking to myself, am I going to get a ticket because I'm stopping and going because they're stopped? They don't have anything out. Then all of a sudden, as I started to go and accelerate, I looked over. They sling out that arm. They open up their doors. I looked again really quick. They shut the doors, pulled the arm back in, and still stood there. I'm like, this is something else. It's like when you got a speed trap and you go, yeah, okay, they're waiting for me to do something
so you think
wrong.
maybe
And then
they
they'll
got
take a
you
picture.
on camera?
Yeah, so I don't know I didn't know. Is that something new that they're stopping at
you're
through traffic?
So you're at a four-way stop sign, right?
No,
So,
a two-way stop.
A two-way.
And the through, yeah.
And which
then
side
the other
is
way
the
is just through traffic?
Is the bus to your left or to your right?
It's to my left.
Okay, so you have the right of way, right?
No, yeah, exactly. And there's they have the right of way because there's through traffic. There's no stop sign for them.
Oh, we have a judge here. We may have to check with the judge.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know.
The highest court.
No houses, no kids waiting to be picked up, nothing.
So you're saying
They
if the
stop
bus
dead.
is stopped, even if it's not picking up a student, that you have to follow.
You know what they do at a railroad track?
They stop at a railroad track.
That's exactly what they were doing at this through traffic spot.
Huh. That's really weird. And then
I've never seen nothing like it.
You'll find out in another week if you get a letter in the mail, right?
Yeah. Yes,
All right.
yes, I will.
Well, you let us know, Wayne. Thank you, man.
Have you guys have
All
a
right.
good day.
You do the same. Thank you.
Yeah.
That I don't know much about. I don't think that's a new requirement, to be honest. But I guess we'll find out, and we'll wait to see what Wayne comes up with. In studio right now is Judge Gregory Amoroso from Rome. Judge, really tight on that microphone.
Okay.
And good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill.
So you are running for New York State Supreme Court.
Yes, sir.
Along with, so how many do they take? There'll be.
So there's 4 open seats over a 6-county area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty large coverage area.
It's very large. It's Oneida, Herkimer, Lewis, Jefferson, Oswego, and Onondaga counties. So very large.
And talk about what you will deal with in this court.
So Supreme Court is our trial civil court, so I'll be dealing with like all civil matters. Right now in city court we handle lawsuits up to $15,000 in the civil area. The rest of our work is mostly criminal.
Yeah.
In Supreme Court it will be basically any other type of civil litigation at the trial level. So
Okay.
anywhere from personal injury, civil rights, divorce, business disputes, foreclosures.
So a lot of happy people coming into the court.
Yes, well there are
Yeah.
always happy people
Yeah,
coming
that
in the
is true.
court, no matter which court you're in.
Yeah, that's true. Although there are people that walk out happy.
Yes.
And some who don't.
Yes, sir.
Talk about what you deal with currently in city court, including the drug court, which I think is really making an effort to work with people, realizing that this can be looked at as a disease, drug addiction, and you see a lot of that.
Yes. So in the city court, we deal with criminal matters. We touch on all of them. We keep the misdemeanors. The felonies go up to higher court after arraignment. In landlord-tenant and civil. But one of the things I've been able to do for the past, this is my 10th year of it, I've been assigned to the United County Drug Treatment Court. And for those that don't know how that works, what it is people who are involved in the criminal justice system due to charges, in order to get in the drug court, they have to plead guilty. But they're not sentenced. The sentence is held while they participate in the drug court. And if they are able to make it through our program, which requires them to have 6 months of abstinence proven through tests, complete whatever treatment's recommended, but it also requires them to be employed, have an apartment, not be on social services. And if they can get through all that, and we have a lot of resources to help them get through that, then they get a much better disposition on their charge. Either it's dismissed if it was a misdemeanor. If it's a felony, they can reduce it to a misdemeanor and go on probation.
How successful are you?
So I don't have recidivism data because I have never been able to get a grant to study that. But we graduate. When I took over, we were graduating about 45%. We're graduating 75 to 80% of the people. So we're a pretty successful program.
Yeah.
And I can
That's
tell you,
good.
anecdotally, I don't see a lot of them coming back into my courtroom doors. So,
Which is a big deal.
It's a very big deal because it's a really tough disease. So
I do believe that if you look at our courts, there's so much, or look at the jails, they're just filled with people that got mixed up in drugs and have committed crimes. There's just a lot of it.
Yes.
Today. So this can be a program that may reform people and give them at least a reason to get on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, it's a very fascinating program. It's when I took over, it seemed kind of a weird concept to me how important it is for these people to have a relationship with me, because normally as a judge you don't have any sort of relationship with the litigants, right? You'd be everything's very formal. When they're in drug court, I talk to them weekly, bi-weekly, depending on how well they're doing. And I know everything about them. We chat. They know that I'm worried about them and that I'm trying to get them the help they need. And for some reason, that really helps them with their recovery. Just to know that somebody in the authority in the system is actually interested in looking out for them a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's good to see a program that is working.
Yes.
Because we try and make efforts in so many different areas, and sometimes we're not so successful. This seems like it's a great program. And then going forward, what do you want people to know about this upcoming election?
So I feel like I've got a couple things that I can offer. First is I've had 12 years on the bench, so I've got the experience. I think I've shown that I've got the temperament. I've also had experience in my past in both civil and criminal. I've been the city attorney. I've been the county attorney. I've worked in private law firms. So I've practiced in Supreme Court for years and years and years before I became a judge. But I think the drug court is the perfect example of how the court system, its most important job is to settle disputes, but we can also kind of be part of the solution to problems.
Yeah.
And I've learned that. So I think there's ways that we can continue to be updating and changing our court system to actually try to fix the problems, not just resolve the disputes.
And I'm assuming when you're trying to resolve disputes, there's a little give from oftentimes, maybe, I'm sure not always, but there needs to be a little give from both sides at times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the main thing.
You get a better outcome.
Even in a small claims matter, when I have the people in front of me, I try to explain to them that the best settlement is when nobody's completely happy.
Right.
Because you just never, when you try a case, there's all sorts of pitfalls and evidentiary issues, and you could be in the right and you could lose. So settlement's always the best option. Yeah.
Judge, I know there are a lot of regulations regulating you when you're running for a judge of what you can do and what you can say and all those things, but that's a big area. Do you have a handle on how many candidates there are for those 4 positions right now?
So there's the Republican and Conservative Party have endorsed 4, and that is myself and 3 others.
Okay.
And then the Democrats have, and the Working Families Party, I believe, have endorsed 4. So there'll be 8 of us on the ballot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good to know.
And 4 seats.
And 4 seats. There's one that's traditionally been an Oneida County seat.
Okay.
And that's one I would like to sit in. Yes.
Important to have a local seat.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we over the years we've seen some of that. I mean, just look at where we are congressionally with the redistricting. It's how do you split up Rome and Utica? But somehow they figured out a way to do that. So,
yes.
All right,
they're very clever that way.
So election day, of course, coming up in November.
November 4th.
And you want people to get out and vote and keep this seat here.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Greg, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
All right.
Good luck, Judge.
Thank you very much.
Greg Amoroso, thank you so much.
Thank
Quick
you.
break.
It's a great resume.
And we'll come right back at WIBX.
I don't serve for the recognition. I serve the flag. The red, white, and blue, that means everything to me. And when I fly it, I know it stands for something real. My name is Megan Terry, and I serve in the U.S. Army, which is why I choose Collins flags. Because every Collins American and military flag is made here in the USA, stitched with pride and built to last. And they support veterans like me because they know what these flags really mean. So if you love our service members and our country like I do, fly a flag that honors them and supports American jobs. Visit collinsflags.com today. American made, proudly waved.
Clearing out your home or commercial building, John's Cleanouts and Property Preservation will handle it for you. We handle residential or any size commercial property, before and after estate sale cleanouts or any junk removal service. John's Cleanouts and Property Preservation is a 5-star rated and background checked business, providing service you can count on, and we're fully insured in the industry. Call John's Cleanouts and Property Preservation today and take the stress out of your mess.
Here's the latest from the WIBX newsroom. I'm Doug Callum. A Verona man was arrested over the weekend on Saturday after police say he pointed a long gun at a woman and choked her until he lost consciousness during a domestic incident, according to police. Police say 3 children were present at the time. According to the Oneida County Sheriff's Office, Andrew J. Helmer was charged with possession of a weapon in the 3rd degree, strangulation 2nd, and 3 counts of endangering the welfare of a child. As school gets set for opening this Thursday, the New Hartford superintendent says he's assuring families with students at Perry Junior High that renovations will be complete and the building will be safe for students to return. Teachers and staff report today Crews have been working round the clock to complete the construction, which includes the HVAC system. Superintendent Joe DePeace released a statement to parents on Friday. School begins Thursday for students. Local drivers will be handing over more hard-earned money when it comes to their gas tanks. AAA says the average cost for a gallon of regular fuel in the region is $3.13. That's up 4 cents in the past week, and also is a 3-cent rise from this time 1 month ago. Currently, the state average for gas is $3.17 a gallon, while nationally it's $3.19. State police are investigating an accident in the town of Danube near Little Falls when a pickup truck collided with an Amish buggy. Troopers say the accident happened at around 5:30 on Monday afternoon at the intersection of Routes 5S and Bellinger Road. No details on injuries available as of yet. A state fair employee arrested on Sunday by state police at Santillo's sausage food stand. Troopers say during closing time, an argument broke out between two employees. According to state police, during the incident, a suspect identified as Brandon J. Brown, a 25-year-old of York, Pennsylvania, was in possession of a culinary knife and struck the victim in the left cheek, causing injury. The victim was transported to upstate medical for treatment. Brown fled the scene, was later arrested and charged with assault in the 2nd degree and criminal possession of a weapon in the 3rd degree. That's the latest. I'm Doug Callan for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
A little bit of a curl to our north. Upper level low pressure should stay away. Maybe a few clouds this morning in the Adirondacks. Other than that, we're seeing just a few clouds with clear sky early. Sunny later. Very nice afternoon at 80 degrees. Enjoy it. Tonight, mainly clear. We'll drop back into the 50s. Naturally, North Country will be colder or cooler. Wednesday, sunshine 80. Next shower, thunder shower chance Thursday. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajik, WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, currently we have sunshine at 57 and a nice day on the way. Coming up, we have an old regular. Davey, you think I say it right? Would you describe him as an old regular?
Yes.
Someone who was a regular.
Yes, and he's been gone, now he's back.
He's been gone, and now he's back, and he's come back old.
Yes.
No. Yes. Anyway, he's now become an author. I think he's probably just taken the hundreds and hundreds of messages that he sent to me and just put them all in a book and here's my book. But no, that's not.
Well, he's been a writer because he has a publication out.
He does. So he's been a writer for a long time.
He just put it.
These are our clues as to who's coming in next.
He just put his thoughts into
another
publication.
A book.
Okay.
I think we've given enough clues. We'll find out who we're talking about coming up in a second. So stand by for that. Hold tight. It is 8:32 at WIBX.
Hi, I'm Jill Hayes.
And I'm Scott Hayes from New York Sash.
You know, Scott, saving money feels great.
Oh, no.
And saving 50%? That's just incredible.
What did you buy?
What? Nothing. I'm talking about the New York Sash 50% off sale and how right now, for a limited time, we're offering 50% off the installation on every New York Sash window.
That's right. They're energy efficient, they're beautiful, they come with a lifetime warranty, and they're all on display at our Idea and Design Center, so you can browse at your convenience with no pressure. And if you have questions, we'll be happy to help you choose the perfect windows for your home.
And you can get them installed at half the cost.
Replace one window, two windows, a whole house full of windows, and save 50% on the installation.
It happens once a year, and it's happening right now. Get 50% off the installation at New York Sash.
We're open Monday through Saturday, so call us this week or visit our Idea and Design Center on Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro.
And let our family take care of your family.
Beautiful woodwork adds warmth and charm to any kitchen. But years of use can leave your cabinets worn and faded. When you call Enhance, we'll make your cabinets as good as new again in as little as 1 day for a lot less than you pay for traditional refinishing or replacements. Whether you want to renew your cabinet's original finish or completely change their color, just tell us the look you want and we'll help you get it. Or bring your hardwood floors back to life. With most Enhance renewals, you can use your floors again the same day. Plus, there's no mess, no dust, and no odors. Call Enhance today for a free in-home consultation. We'll explain the process, we'll show you how your cabinets or floors will look when we're done, and we promise you'll be really pleased with the price. And when you trust Enhance, you'll get the skilled workmanship and attention to detail we bring to every job. There's no obligation. Call us now at 738-1113. 738-1113.
Hi, I'm Lisa, owner of Fit Body Boot Camp in Clinton and Whitesboro. I couldn't be prouder of our amazing members. Take a listen.
My name is Juliana Carone, and I'm from New Hartford, New York. Clinton Fit Body Boot Camp actually found me. When I walked through the doors, I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to keep up because I am 68 years old. I was scared to death, but everybody was smiling, everybody was having a great time, and everybody just came out of the woodwork and greeted me. I have been there since March of 2024. Physically, I've lost 20 pounds. I've lost about 10 inches overall. I have a husband at home who has some health issues, and so I needed to be healthy to take care of him. It's given me more patience with him most of the time. And I sleep better at night. I can't say enough about Clinton Fit Body Boot Camp.
If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. The time is now to live your best life at Fit Body Boot Camp.
Hello, everyone in Central New York. This is Dave Letterman, your old TV pal. Remember me? I'm supposed to say something witty and funny here about Bill Keeler, but I've got nothing. Ever see a picture of this guy? That's a joke in itself. Anyhow, here's Keeler on WIBX.
Well, good morning, and what did I want to... Oh, I wanted to say, if you're in need, if you're looking at your home and you're looking at the foundation, and it's beginning to disintegrate a little bit, crumble just a little, crack, you need some help, and you don't want to let that go, because it'll only become worse. Brank Construction is awesome at repair, foundation repair, old stone walls, old block walls.
Repairs only.
Reach out today at 315-894-3481. Also, they do a tremendous job on basement windows. That's another thing you want to get cleared up before we hit the colder weather, which is just around the corner. It's Brank Construction, 315-894-3481. Okay. It's almost like the music was right there for me. Wow. We have a live band in studio. In studio right now, we have, this is a great event that happens annually. It's an event that is named after Don Linsky's nephew, Connor. Connor's Way. Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
And just if you could, talk about Connor and how this event came to be.
Well, we lost Connor in 2018 as a result of a drunk driver took his life, and we started this run walk in his memory. It's the run he used to run in Hinckley. That's where his family lives.
Yeah.
And we started a 5-mile run to start the scholarship program in his memory. And that's developed into multiple scholarship programs at both Oneida Herkimer High Schools and at SUNY Upstate Medical University in his memory.
And it allows you to carry on the name and try to somehow find some way to do some good out of this tragic event.
As best we can. And the last few years, we've had over 500 participants each of the last 3 years.
Nice. Kelly, you are the race director. Do I have that right?
I am just kind of have my hands wherever I'm needed. I'm Connor's cousin.
And I'm sure you feel this the same way. This is a way to carry on Connor's legacy.
Absolutely.
And no matter how many years go by, it doesn't get easier.
So the race is up around Hinckley. What is the route that you follow? There's some back roads up there.
Yes, Connor's family home is right next to the dam.
Oh.
It's the Hinckley house right next to the dam, and that's where we have a big tent, and we have a band and a couple of food trucks, and that's where it starts. That's the start-finish line. It goes up into some three-season roads, up Hinckley Road, and to DEC roads that are kind of sandy and gravel and a little bit of everything, but it's a beautiful area up in there.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a really
gorgeous.
nice walk.
You see deer and all kinds of things.
And ponds, and it's just absolutely beautiful up there. And we get about half runners, half walkers. So it's a little mix of
all ages. So we have little ones that do it right up through seniors. And you can
little ones walk the 5 miles?
So this year we have a free kids run, which is the first year that we're doing this. But there's also awards starting, with fairly young children, and a lot of them will run the whole thing.
You'd be surprised.
Young children, do you have prizes for older folks? That's what I'm on.
Yeah, we sure do.
What Mark's getting at is he's not worried about the kids being able to handle it. He's really worried about people his age.
And there's water stations and many people along the way that are volunteering.
And it's although these days the fact that it's September 21st. Could mean a cool day. It could mean...
You never know.
We could be one of those weird stretches in September where it hits the 90s, so it's all
Absolutely.
possible. Well, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we have so many volunteers that come and help us put this on and set it up all year long. And sponsors, if you look on the back of our shirts, you'll see a lot of different sponsors on here, and we couldn't do it without them.
All right.
And ConnorsWay.com is where you can get all of the information, everything from how to sign up, how
and
to
you can
become
sign
a
up
sponsor.
right there, as a matter of fact, right?
Yep. There's a link to pretty much everything
Right.
you need to know there.
Also, you're on Facebook, Connors Way Memorial, and it's a scenic walk and memorial run. Happens September 21st. Anything else you want people to know?
Just to come on out and check it out if you've never been, and spread the word.
All right.
We'd love to see you there.
And hopefully this event also reminds people when you have that moment where you see the commercials and the PSAs on TV and on radio, when there's that moment where you're wondering, do I call an Uber or am I okay? If you're questioning, you probably have your answer right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
One last thing I wanted to mention. If you sign up by midnight tomorrow, your T-shirt is included for free.
Okay. All
for
right.
both the kids run and the run walk.
All right. And to do that, you go to connorsway.com.
Great.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good luck. And raise a lot of money and a lot of awareness. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. We'll break and come back. The author, the legendary author from, as a matter of fact, not just an author, but speaker. He'll be speaking at the Rotary Club for
Cuyahoga Rotary.
The Cuyahoga Rotary Club will be starring our next guest as a speaker tonight. We'll get to it coming up. Hold on at WIBX.
Are your windows old and tired? Hard to put up and down? Builder's grade windows just aren't made to last very long. Patriot Home Solutions is a different kind of window company. No games or gimmicks, no long drawn-out sales presentations, just high-quality, custom-fit windows at reasonable prices made right here in New York. And right now, you can get up to $2,000 off new windows from Patriot and NYSERDA, plus 0% interest for 18 months. Most homeowners qualify for the savings, and income is not one of the requirements. So write this number down, 315-401-0440. That's 401-0440. Patriot Home Solutions will tell you right over the phone if you qualify. Don't miss your chance to save up to $2,000 on new windows. Funds are limited, so call before they run out. Learn more at callpatriothomesolutions.com. That's callpatriothomesolutions.com.
Jim Boeheim is going to be in our next Real Men Get Tested commercial.
Wow. You know he's a cancer survivor.
He's all in.
I'm not appearing in your commercial for Real Men Get Tested.
It sounds like you two are bonding.
Yeah, especially after I gave him coaching advice.
We're not bonding. You know nothing about basketball.
I think there's a job offer coming.
I'll bet you sit next to McNamara.
Don't be stupid. Real men get tested for cancer. I'm living proof that early detection can save your life.
Together, we can do more. On September 19th, our community will hold Mohawk Valley Gives, an online day of giving to benefit area nonprofits. Your Mohawk Valley Gives donation will help hundreds of nonprofit organizations meet our community's greatest needs, and every dollar counts. Join us on September 19th at givemv.org, and let's show everybody that Mohawk Valley Gives. Powered by the Community Foundation of Herkimer and Oneida Counties and Up Mobility Foundation. MV Gives is proudly sponsored by Staffworks and M&T Bank.
Celebrating 100 years. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Well, it's the Mazda More to Move You sales event at Steve Ponte Mazda. Save on a new Mazda lease. Enjoy 2.9% APR financing on new 2025 Mazda CX-30s and 5s. APR financing 1.9% on new 2025 Mazda CX-50s, 70s, CX-90s. See Rick or Wyatt or anybody at the dealership for details. And you know Mazda finished 2024 up 16.8% in sales year over year. That's because the brand is red hot. It's enormous. And the service you get from Steve Ponte Mazda is incredible. As Rick says, come in, let's make your deal on a new Mazda at Steve Ponte Mazda Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Also want to tell you, I think, and I could be wrong, you might be able, it's still up on the website, you might be able to squeeze in your entry right now if you go to newyorksash.com, and if you click on, so you're registering for the $25,000 home improvement giveaway, which they're giving away in, I believe it's February. But they have a Blackstone gas grill. These are the griddle top, and this is a deluxe $500 gas grill, and a Yeti cooler that you can sign up to win if you click on Keeler Show after you sign up for the $25,000 home improvement giveaway. So just click on Keeler Show, and you'll be in the running. I believe tomorrow we'll be giving it away here on the radio. All right, I mentioned legend, a legend. He did golf news here locally. Yeah. He's written thousands and thousands and thousands of Facebook messages that he has sent our way.
Yeah. He was very involved in community activities in the Valley. Yes. Yeah. His name was everywhere.
Here he is, Mitch Pastic. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Bill?
So you were in North Carolina for a while.
I still am. I live there in Salisbury, which is in the middle of the state, probably about an hour and a half west of Charlotte.
So there's, of course, Salisbury, New York.
Yes.
But you're in Salisbury, North Carolina.
Right. I am not a 429er.
You're not. Okay. Right.
He knows.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. The Downsville 429.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Okay. You've written a book that is called Blue Skies and the Dove of Peace, One Man's Journey to Find God.
Right.
I guess the question would be, did you find him?
Well, yeah.
Or, as some would say, is he a she?
Oh,
yeah.
I see a little roll
yeah,
of the eyes
I have,
there.
and I try to tell people that even though the publisher who approved it, Christian Faith Publishing, started out as mainly a religious publisher. Mm-hmm. They publish, you name it, they publish it, children's books, romance novels, whatever. But I had been told that, instead of trying to go to one of the big places, try them, and they approved it.
Yeah.
Which shocked the heck out of my wife, because when I was doing it, she goes, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
I go, "I'm writing a book." She goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "An autobiography." She goes, "You're writing a book about yourself?" I go, "Yes." She goes, "What makes you think anyone will ever buy it?" I go,
"Well, that was going to be my next question."
Yeah, me too.
So then it came out, and I'll finish it this way.
Yeah,
so she goes, "It's actually, this is happening?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "It's an autobiography." I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Am I in it?" I go, "Yes. We're married 46 years."
You got to have it.
She goes, "And what do you say about me?" I go, "The truth." She goes, "You better not."
So tell us what is in the book, Mitch.
Okay.
What is in the book?
What I decided, because I like to read. So I've read a lot of biographies, autobiographies. So I said, I'm going to do it a little bit different. Number one, and this is an indication, in chapter 1, 2 pages, I'm born. Chapter 2, I'm 31 years old. I jump to it.
Yeah.
So each chapter has a theme, and then I relate how.
Can I ask you, why do you jump from 0 to 32?
Good question.
I mean, were those years 31? Were those years insignificant?
No, I go back to them.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So the reason I do that is because, unfortunately, and the title of the chapter is Tragedy, my brother at the age of 20 fell down a 60-foot cliff in the Frankfurt Gorge, kind of recovered but didn't make it.
Yeah.
And our family was absolutely devastated.
Yeah, I bet.
So the question is, if it happens to you, a member of your family, do you trust God and say, I'm sad? How are you going to react to it?
Yeah. How did you react?
I was basically almost a zombie for a year. People would say, you don't laugh anymore. You don't smile anymore. I go, no, I can't.
Yeah.
And then I gradually. And then one thing that helps, and I know other families do this, if you do things in memory of the person. We did the Steve Pesdek Memorial Open Junior Golf Tournament for 30 years.
Yeah.
And the reason we did it is, number one, he was a good golfer, but most importantly, I could remember when he won a junior golf tournament at the Cedar Lake Golf Club and came home with a trophy, his first time he ever won a tournament.
Yeah.
Right? And how thrilled he was. So when we started the tournament, we had players come from Syracuse because there weren't a lot of tournaments for kids.
Yeah.
And then from us, and I know Kitty Cup and the family that own Rome Country Club remembers this, they said we got to start having a tour, and they did. And I think it's still, I hope it's still going.
Yeah.
Where the kids would play 10 different golf courses over
Sure.
the course of the summer. So that helped, and we did other things in Steve's memory, so that kept us going and got his name. In fact, here's the last thing. He wrote this, and I got it in the book. He said, as I think about my life, what I want to do is something that my family has never done, so the name Pesdek will mean something more than it does now.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Okay. Wow. And it was golf.
Yeah. And then after that, just to give you an idea, I was telling the couple that was just here that one chapter is entitled Polish People Never Retire. We retire from your full-time job, like Mark and other people.
Butlerski?
You either do part-time work or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't stay home and watch TV. You do things.
You do something, like become the mayor of Newport.
Well, my wife is Polish, so I never really retired either.
Right. She won't let you.
Yeah, no, she won't
let you. No.
Get out of the house, do something.
And I have a lot about the Valley. In fact,
is that all in the book? Still in the book? We're still in the book?
Oh, yeah.
Blue Skies.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
By the way, the book is Blue Skies and the Dove of Peace. And you can buy this
from Amazon,
Barnes wherever.
Noble. And so people know that I am going around doing book signings. So if you order through Amazon or Barnes & Noble, by the time you pay shipping, it's about $40. If you get it from me, it's $30.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I'm not doing this to make a big money maker. I'm just doing it.
Would you be okay if you made a lot of money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
of
America.
course you would.
Yeah,
we are
right.
Entrepreneurs. Capitalism at its best.
You got it.
Funny.
Okay. Oh, one last thing.
Okay.
One of the chapters is about entrepreneurs, and there's a book about that, and it says simply this. Everyone can be divided into three categories. Those people who are crazy and are entrepreneurs, those people who wish they were entrepreneurs because they see how much money they can make, and those people who think entrepreneurs really are crazy.
That is an interesting way of looking at it. Which are you, Mark Butler? Are you
crazy?
Are you the crazy? Just crazy as hell.
I'm plotting every day how to make my million. That's why I hit you for money for the ads for the Good Feet store.
I got to tell you, I think there's a great way. I can tell you later, or maybe I'll just whisper it to you. Powerball is $1.1 billion tonight. Yeah, so maybe tonight, or was it last night? Did anybody win?
No,
nobody won.
No.
Nobody won again, so it's going to be like $1.4 billion, $1.2 billion.
Yeah.
I guess
that'll be the next drawing will be Wednesday.
It's time for me to jump in, I think.
Yeah. It might be time. Yeah, it might be time.
I haven't bought a ticket in years, and this
bought
morning
one
I
now.
bought one.
Yeah. Okay, give us one quick story about finding God that is in the book.
Right.
That may the one story that someone's going to say, when he told me that story on the radio when I was listening, when he talked about this, I decided I must get the book.
Okay.
Okay. The big tease.
Okay. I'm thinking through because I can immediately think of about 5 of them. But the one that I would tell people about is this. When I went to college, Now I'm on my own.
Yeah.
I don't have to go to church. I can stay home. Well, I did go. And the people at college at Harvard that saw me go, where are you going? I go, church. Why? You don't have to go. Your parents aren't making you go. I go because I want to. I want to think about what the priest is saying. I want to think about the biblical passages. And they said, why don't you just become a priest? I go, I don't want to be a priest.
Yeah.
I do want to know more about God. And I kept doing that. And it's just because I felt the desire to do it.
Yeah.
Nobody made me do it.
Now, when you speak for the Rotary Club tonight, which you will do for
Right.
Mr. Butler, you mentioned a little something here this morning about going to Harvard. Are you a Harvard graduate?
Okay, the answer to that question is I went 4 years to Harvard, got honor grades, was recommended for both a Rhodes Scholarship and a Marshall Scholarship. I did everything to graduate with honors. One of the requirements was 1 year of a foreign language. I took one semester, got an A. I told my thesis advisor, I want to take another course on economics to help the thesis.
Yeah.
He goes, it's real simple. If you don't take it, okay, you won't get a diploma. You'll get a letter from the college that you've done all that you said. So if you want to go to graduate school, which eventually I did, it'll be fine. So I did not get a diploma. I did not fully graduate, but I did everything except.
So you got the letter from Harvard.
Right.
Right. So you're basically a letterman, right? There you go.
Yes.
And then what college did you go to?
Well, after that, the bank, Oneida National Bank, sent me to the Stonier Graduate School of Banking, and if you go for a 3-year program, it's equivalent in banking to an MBA.
Okay.
And you get a diploma. And,
Okay.
At University of Delaware. We started at Rutgers University and then went to University of Delaware.
Okay, so you've been all over the place in your quest to meet God.
Right.
Okay. Any questions, Mark Butler?
I
Or are you
think
going to
he's
save yours
covered
for
it.
tonight?
I'm saving them for tonight.
Yeah, if you want to hear more from Mitch, there are 2 ways to do it, or 3, actually. Friend him on Facebook, and they'll hear from you often. Or you could go to the
pay the $20 and come to the Rotary
tonight, or you can buy the book Blue Skies. There is one final thing.
Yeah, besides Facebook, and I'll say it, I love to get emails from people, and the email address, no capital letters, is PEZ.
PEZ.
Golf, GOLF. The number 7 for Mickey Mantle. At yahoo.com. PezGolf7 at yahoo.com. If they send me an email.
Golf7 at yahoo.com. Maybe they can get the book for $10 cheaper. And that's better for you.
Right.
The book is Blue Skies and the Dove of Peace, One Man's Journey to Find God by Mitchell W. Pezdek Jr., formerly of this area. All right. All right, Mitch, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot,
We appreciate
Mitch.
it.
We'll see you tonight.
And we, all right, you have a wonderful day. And what's that? Thanks for having me. Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you so much for coming in. Davey, help him find his way out. Make sure he knows where he's going. Well, you're going to have him there tonight.
Yes. You want to come? You can come as my guest.
I might.
I'll pay your $20.
You
for
would
dinner.
do that for me?
Yes, for you.
Again, people, the book is Blue Skies and the Dove of Peace. You know, the fact that he went to Harvard, I never knew that.
I did not know that.
That's
either.
a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not easy, right? And money wise, not easy also. So it's very interesting. All right.
He does have an interesting backstory. He really does.
Mitch Pezdek. So there's our guy, Mitch. I'm going to leave you with Lucia here. Lucy, it's been a week since
Bill.
we've had you on here. Good morning.
With you.
Yeah.
God is with you, especially right now. I've just been told about your son.
Oh, yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you.
So I wish him the best, and to you, be strong, and God is there. It's all we can do. Pray, and he's going to be fine. Everything's going to go well, and the time will go by quickly.
Am I bad for also wanting the person that did it to be caught and reprimanded and prosecuted to the fullest of the law?
Not at all.
Exactly. That's what you need to do. Why would you be bad?
No,
You're
I don't
good
think
by
so.
doing it.
Yeah.
Because you know why? By doing it, you help other people.
That's true.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
right. It seemed like it was a random just attack. For those that don't know, he was just walking down the street, was just attacked by some guy without any warning whatsoever, and ultimately we learned that he had broken his jaw, which is a long recovery. So yes,
Bill,
Lucy.
you know what happened to my brother? My brother was driving a truck. Okay, for the company. Somebody came at random, like to describe.
Yeah.
And he told them to come out of the truck. My brother thought he could talk to him nicely, you know.
Yeah, it didn't work out that way.
The guy, oh my God, knocked him down immediately.
Yeah, it's terrible. I hate to do this to you, but I'm almost out of time. I am,
my brother saw the license. And you know what he did? For 1 month, he stayed on the highway. He got the guy and they put him in jail.
I love it because you got it. You have to do that, and it's protecting other people as well. So, all right, Lucia.
It's the spirit.
I hate to do it. They're going to take it from us. They're going to 3, 2, and 1. You have a great day.
I started my adventure in the Air Force Reserve as a payload system operator.
Flight medic in the Air Force Reserve.
I'm a pilot for the Air Force Thunderbirds demonstration team.
WIBX, Utica, Rome. It's 9 o'clock.
Chicago is the worst and most dangerous city in the world. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Trump claims that in a Truth Social post this morning, writing he'll solve the crime problem just like he did in D.C., referencing his crackdown that includes National Guard troops in Washington. A deployment he's considered for Chicago, where over the weekend, Fox's Mike Tobin reports
54 people were shot, 7 fatally. It usually takes a few hours for Chicago police to release the official numbers from the holiday weekend. But you compare those numbers to the 4th of July weekend, in which 44 people were shot, 6 were killed. This is the dynamic that Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says is not an emergency that warrants the intervention of federal troopers and the National Guard.
Now, Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson, also a Democrat, has an executive order limiting police cooperation with troops or immigration agents. Congress returns today from summer break, and Republicans do plan to consider extending the Trump D.C. crime crackdown. Congressman Pat Fallon tells Fox,
we want to make sure that President Trump has more latitude in just in taking these kinds of actions if he wants to do it for more than 30 days. I fully support those efforts because these have succeeded.
Lawmakers are also on deadline to approve a new budget by the end of the month to prevent a government shutdown. In the Senate, there are still 145 Trump nominees unconfirmed.
Some Republicans now favor ditching the current confirmation system to bypass Democrats and accelerate Senate approval of the president's nominee.
That's Fox's Chad Perkam. He also reports from the Capitol this has happened before.
Democrats first altered Senate procedures in 2013. After Republicans slow-walked President Obama's nominee.
As Israel ramps up the war against Hamas, writing an offensive in Gaza City, it's calling up more troops, mobilizing tens of thousands of reservists. In Afghanistan, it's over 1,400 earthquake deaths as crews search for more trapped in rubble.
The Taliban government's asking for help from other nations and humanitarian aid groups. The U.S. and other countries have cut aid for Afghanistan, in part because of the Taliban's restrictions on women and girls and terrorism concerns.
That's Chris Foster. America's listening to Fox News.